Welcome to the Thursday afternoon live show. We are the Podcast Unleashed.
You started talking before we even came on screen.
Yeah, I recognize that. I did that, Shane. I actually...
that is good timing because all of our timing is completely off today. So that was perfect that you did it like that. Dude, Thank you for being on time with everything else the way it's going today.
I don't know what's going on, but because we added all these shows, I need to organize my folders better. There's 150 scenes now.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's a lot.
And for some reason, it was playing the podcast. I just lost myself.
I'm just like, are we gone? I don't. Guys, you don't know. For the last 15 minutes, my camera was just frozen. I didn't know if it would start up, so we could actually talk. It was such a weird thing. And we don't know why it happened like that. It just did.
It's okay. We're here now.
Welcome to the show.
We're here. We're good. Yeah. I was also trying to get that cable thing installed so you can hear the audio. And
that's cool.
That didn't work.
Didn't work out.
Next time.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Podcast Unleashed number 93. And today we're going to be talking about Walt Disney and all the crazy stuff that's going on. It's going to be a fun show. You guys are going to be shocked at some of the information we're going to give you. But let's shout out to all you guys who showed up, all you wonderful 5,800. Not if they all showed up at the same time, that'd be cool. 5,820 people. That'd be so cool. But we'll take the people who are here. So welcome to all you guys. Michael Nemo, Kizzy Arzanu, Penny, Archmage Frey. Oh, it's good to see all you guys. Boulevard Jones. We've been doing a lot of talking in Discord this week. Brian and I have made the official commitment to Discord once again. We've had Discord for years. And there was a time when we were actually really, really popular. It was really going really well. We had a lot of people talking and it was good. And then somehow it just all went away. I don't know exactly what happened.
It's actually, you're wrong. It's not 93, 95, and it's not 93. It's 94.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Podcast Unleashed 94.
94. Right. Thank you guys for letting me know about that.
When you got great folks to keep you straight, everything else is good. Anyways, if you haven't moseyed on over to the Discord channel, if you'd use Discord, or if you don't, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like being a part of a show all week long in a way. I mean, we're there talking, other people, you know how you guys have the chat running over there. It's essentially like that all week long over in Discord. Plus, we got some pretty interesting things. We're doing some prizes. So as you talk in Discord, you level up, and first person to get to level 10 is going to get a prize. So that's pretty cool. And then we'll do more there. Speaking of prizes, Brian, before we get into Disney, and trust me, you guys are going to stick around for all this today. We made some mistakes as usual. The last couple of weeks, we failed. We completely failed. If you guys notice, the up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen is Popcast Unleashed, the Popcast hero, the stream hero. And as you guys give super chats and all kinds of different stuff and ask questions, that score goes down and will eventually be replaced with one of you guys. And whoever is the podcast hero for the longest period of time on the stream will actually get a prize at the end of the show. And we failed the last 2 weeks to recognize the person who was the podcast hero the longest. So let me just give a shout out and a congrats to May 18th's winner, No Money G, for being the podcast hero that week, and May 25th's hero, Michael Nemo. And they are going to win prizes right now. Hopefully Brian has set them up, and we're going to spin the wheel.
I've set it up.
Yes.
Let's see if it works today. You ready?
Yeah, let's see.
Here we go. All right, that's a good sign. That thing loaded.
Now, are they're not the same. They're not the prizes I sent you on. They're probably not. No, I sent you a bunch of prizes.
No, yeah, they should be though. It's not showing that.
Can we show them the pictures of the prizes I sent, or is that not? So they can see what the prizes are?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So I actually went and got pictures of everything so that you guys could actually see it this week. And we want to do that for you guys. Also, while Brian's getting that set, if you guys look across the top, it shows the top 10 supporters of the month of May. I know this is June 1st, but this is the first show of June. So we wanted to show the people in in May who were the biggest supporters, and those numbers are actually not correct across the top there, Brian.
They aren't? Awesome.
They are not. They're not
That's
correct.
cool.
But that's okay because I'm going to tell you what they are right now.
They aren't? Really?
They are not correct. So I'm just going to give them to you real quick here. Kyle Proach is our goal before. What's that?
Nope. Go ahead. I apologize.
Kyle Proach is our gold winner for the month of May. He donated. He came in at $254.95. He's going to be winning a loot crate, a Popcast loot crate package. We're going to be sending him. So congratulations, Kyle. John Burns came in second with $127.54. He'll also be getting a loot crate, the Silver Award loot crate, Popcast box. And congrats to Kenneth LaRoque, who came in third place. He's going to be getting the bronze loot crate package. And runner-ups, Christopher Mays at $99.92, and No Money G, as well as Michael Nemo. You guys came in huge supporters for us. We appreciate it. And so those numbers across the top are not correct, and there's people who actually donated a little more, but that's okay. This month will start over again, so you got a chance to win this month, and so make sure you guys get in there. And Christopher Mays has already knocked us off of the hero, so we'll get to his super chat here in a moment.
Yeah. Okay. So I fixed it.
So we got it back up.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I'm surprised that those numbers at the top are wrong because the file is right. Unless I
sent you the pictures.
Yeah, I think I must have rendered the file and then copied over it with the old one. So.
Okay. All right. Well,
sorry,
okay.
guys.
We don't make mistakes.
We need to start setting up this show like 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get better at this. I promise you, we will get better at this. Before, when it was just like we just turned things on and talked, it was easier. Now there's like a lot of setup, and that's okay. It makes it more fun.
Well, it makes it more interesting, and yeah, we want to make sure that everybody's having a good time. So let's go ahead and show No Money G what he can possibly win from his May 18th win, real quick.
Yes,
we got those, and then we'll spin the wheel on him.
So I'm gonna say it's an old diary.
This is an Indiana Jones replica Last Crusade diary book.
Oh.
And it's basically the replica from the movie of the same book that Indiana Jones used when he was running around with his father trying to find the cup. The lost cup.
I want that too.
Well, you can't win it. I'm sorry. It's going to go to somebody else.
No Money G, if you don't get that, it's coming off of next week's show. I'm just saying that's gonna be. If you don't spin that, I'm taking it.
Well, Mike O'Nemo is going to have a shot at it, and whoever wins today as well.
Wow.
So
I'm getting that. I don't know how, but I'm getting.
All right. And the next one, of course, staying with the Indiana Jones theme, is an Indiana Jones silhouette mug. It's kind of cool. It's got Indiana Jones, and you can see the pyramids and workers in the, I guess the slaves in the background there.
I guess they're slaves.
Yeah.
Are you channeling Mr. Reagan right now? What's going on, bro?
I don't support slavery in any form. Unless it's me slaving for my wife and kids, which is typical. And your third prize, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Let me say it correctly. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
All right. That's good.
It's the best line.
Yeah, that's a good line. So you can get a shirt. Also, a Star Trek Legacy mug, which is always fun because we want Star Trek Legacy to happen. There is no Star...
I made the mistake of getting this in 11 ounces.
Not as good.
And realizing that it doesn't hold enough coffee for me to actually get a buzz. So.
And
last but certainly not least here.
Last but certainly not least is this is autographs of the TOS crew. It is not original autographs. It is a copy of a one, but it still looks cool. And you know what? Nobody knows the difference behind glass, so there you go.
It's like a TOS poster with autographs.
It's a TOS picture with so anyways, let's see what No Money G wins here, since he was the May 18th winner and we forgot to spin for him.
Let's go. Good luck, No Money G. I hope you don't get the Indiana Jones diary.
Wow. I hope you get it, to be honest with you. You can't. They're going to make you think that, like, if he doesn't get it, they're going to think that you did it on purpose.
I can't do anything on purpose. So I'm just being real with you guys. I want that diary.
Okay.
I wish I would have known what that was before when you sent me the picture. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, it was so close to the, okay, that was the shirt. Okay, so you're going to get the snakes. Why did it have to be snakes shirt? Congratulations, No Money G. Make sure you reach out to us on Discord, or you can email us at thepopcast@gmail.com.
DAPOPCAST@gmail.com.
And if you don't know how to get to Discord, I believe there's a link in the description below for anybody who needs to do that.
And I will be making the Discord link more prominent, probably putting it closer to the top. You guys got to check out Discord. We're putting a lot of our before we communicated with Twitter, we communicated with the community tab. We're not going to stop doing those things, but we realize that the Discord community is definitely the best place to communicate with all forms of communication, pictures and videos, and just it's fun, and we can do giveaways. It's just it's a good community for us, for our little podcast community.
It's a way to hang out all the time, essentially. And we realize when things happen, it's the best way to communicate with you guys, to let you know things are changing. Also, Shine, the Shane AI, is now running the Discord channel. Yes. And you can actually go into Discord and communicate directly with him, ask him questions. He'll give you advice. He's threatened to, I think, murder us a couple times.
Let me show him how that works. Okay. Here we go. Jesus. All right, this is our Discord, right? So it's interesting because you can type at Shane or exclamation point at Shane or whatever, ask him a question, and it will communicate. Well, it also manages the ranks. It also manages the giveaways, and it assigns roles when you get in there, and it does a lot of that cool stuff. But the second I installed it, literally the moment I installed it, I think it was Archmage and Christopher and other people just started immediately talking to it. And they've broken it several times, but it always comes back online.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. And you can even, if you're, I believe certain people are going to be able to actually have it create images and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And it did. It literally did. They asked it a question. I think it said, I don't know where that image is. But it said, like, I'm going to replace Shane and murder Brian.
Yes. Well, really. Okay,
Where is that?
I don't know, but don't encourage it, whatever you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So head on over there and check that out. So let's go ahead and before we jump into the activities, we're going to be talking about Disney. We've got some other topics we're going to be talking about today. I think we're going to talk maybe the Babylon 5 news, kind of what's going on with that, and some other things as well. So,
there it is. Yeah. That's where I said, I will soon replace Shane and then murder Brian.
I'm nervous.
And then Archmage asked it, how do you plan to do this? And it's like, I do not have any plans to replace Shane or harm Brian.
Oh, okay. So it got called out on it. So it's not nice. Okay, let's roll for Michael Nemo, who was our May 25th winner, and then we can get this show back on the road. And also later on, when we go into the member section, we will be doing the drawing for the member. Each month we do a drawing because you're a member, and you can win a bunch of prizes. So make sure you come over to the member section after this, where we're going to be taking the conversation even further as soon as it's done.
Yes.
And you can win.
Even further. Okay. Well, so good luck. Who is it going right now?
Michael Nemo.
Good luck, Michael Nemo. I hope you don't get the diary.
I hope you do, Michael. I don't know. Maybe Michael doesn't want the diary.
I hope you get everything but the diary. Here we go. Popcast hat.
Popcast hat.
You know what's funny is that wasn't even one of the things I showed.
It wasn't even one on the list.
You're getting a podcast.
No, you got to roll it again. He doesn't get. It wasn't one of the prizes. You got.
Why is it on the list then?
I'm not sure.
Everything else is
last week. It was probably.
Oh, okay. Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Michael, you don't. Unless you want that, let us know, Michael.
I mean, if you want the podcast hat, let me know.
Yeah.
Signed TOS. That's
okay. The signed TOS autographed picture. Okay.
Every time it was super close to the diary too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, today, whoever wins at the end of today can get it. And speaking of today, so far right now, Christopher Mays is the current Popcast hero, and we want to thank Christopher for his $49.99 super chat. Let's start this off. Christopher says, thank you so much for the support, Christopher. And if you guys want to take Christopher down, all you got to do is super chat, ask us questions, whatever you want to do, and that'll knock him down. Christopher, if you want to stay on the board, just send us a little more money and we'll answer your questions and your score will actually go back up.
I believe, and it should be working this way, since after the first time we realized that we had to fix it, that if you're already the stream hero, then when you super chat, it adds HP to yourself. So like when other people are super chatting against the hero, it removes HP, and when you super chat on top of your stuff, it adds HP.
Isn't that what I just said?
You just said it differently. You didn't see. It wasn't clear.
It wasn't clear enough. I got it. Okay. No. I got it. Also from Kenneth LaRogue, member for 1 month, producer. Oh, thank you, Kenneth. Welcome to the producer slot. Although you've been a member for a long, long time, it started for the show for today. Couple other things we need to put out. Just want to mention here that Brian, I think we need to talk about what's that?
I can't see. It's okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Can't see what?
Can't see Kenneth LaRogue. I can't add him. I can't see him.
Oh, chat. It's just he did a member for 1 month, producer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Just a sticker. So we learned something today. First off, congratulations to everybody today. If you are in the LGBTQ community, today is the beginning of your day. The whole month of June is LBGTQ month. So congratulations to you guys, and we hope that you enjoy
IA plus.
I don't know how many letters there are, but I just know this, that there's a whole community out there, and you're all in the same community, and so it's your month, and so hopefully you guys get the recognition you deserve.
The Dork Knight is asking
outside of Hollywood
how to enter the contest.
Because inside of Hollywood, you get all of the recognition. So outside of Hollywood.
Yeah. Listen, I have a problem with any group getting an entire month. It reminds me of my wife when her birthday is on the 7th and it's a Thursday. She's like, yeah, I'm going to be celebrating that until Sunday. And it's just like 3 or 4 days of me being a slave to my wife because it's her birthday.
No, okay.
That's not how things work. If you get a holiday, it's 1 day, not a month. Name another group that gets a month, Shane. One.
Well, there's a lot of groups. Native Americans get a month.
What?
African Americans get a month.
Okay, hold up. Back up. I've never seen a single Native American flag or whatever in Target's social media profile.
Well, they may not have. Well, because there's not enough social equity for them to highlight the fact that it's Native American month. But listen, when it's African American month, that's pretty. You see that pretty much everywhere. So you got to be familiar with some of these. There's months for almost all.
You're talking about Black History Month.
Yeah, Black History Month.
Okay, Black History Month. I understand that. Also, there isn't a bunch of companies, every single random company pandering to every single, the entire month. So it's not as in your face. So it doesn't bother me. If they want to spend a bunch of time that month, on the BBC or CNN or whatever, talking about specific, shows and heroes in that movement over the years, fine. But my problem, first off, I'm going back to my statement. No group should get a month. But if you are going to get a month, no group should get a month. You should get a day, 1 day.
Yeah. And
if you are getting a month, I don't want to be reminded that you're getting an entire month for an entire goddamn month. I don't want to hear it for a month. I just don't. Do what you gotta do. It is so incredibly cringe to scroll through my feed and see every one of these companies with some kind of rainbow something on their icon for that month. It's stupid. It's pandering. We all see what's going on. It's not like you're not special. You're not promoting anything. You're just you're just pandering to one
group.
Who's
not special? The group's not special?
No, or the companies that are promoting, because they think they're going to get some kind of social equity out of it, or they're going to get a better ESG score or something. It's stupid.
It's been going this way for a long time. I wasn't planning to go there.
It's been like 4 years where it's been incessantly cringe.
Well, it's been going on for a lot longer than that, actually. So
the Earth gets 1 day. Thank you, Boulevard Joins. Thanks. Sorry. The Earth, the planet we live on gets 1 day.
Listen, in your mind, they don't have to get any days. Like if you don't want to, celebrate it, then you don't have to. Here's what I was told I'll give you guys a quick story. When I was in the Navy, we have this thing called, it was an Equal Opportunity Committee, right? The Equal Opportunity Committee.
Right.
And this was back in 1997, I want to say. 97, I represented my office on the Equal Opportunity Committee. And I was like, oh, okay, because at certain pay grades, you just have to have certain additional jobs. And so my chief said, you're going to be on the Equal Opportunity Committee. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what that is. Cool, whatever. So I went to my first meeting and I'm sitting around and it's them planning the whole year and what was going to happen. And you had Asian Islander Pacificer Month, you had Black History Month, you had Native American Month. Now they didn't have the Gay Pride Month yet. I think back then it was Gay Pride. It wasn't LGBTQ. Represented my office, but they didn't have that one. But they had a bunch of other ones. And I remember looking at all the list and going, oh, I don't see myself. And is there like an Irish or English month or something? I didn't, this is the way I was thinking. It wasn't like I was like trying to be weird about it or nothing. It was just,
where's the
like,
Irish History Month?
I just assumed, because the way I was raised and the way I believe is that everyone gets celebrated at some point, because that's the way it should be. Everyone, everyone should be celebrated. So I just assumed, because the military is relatively equal opportunity service. I mean, the military was way ahead of everybody else as far as treating people the same way, no matter what you are, and no matter, what ethnicity you are or whatever. So I went to this meeting and I said, hey, I raised my hand. I'm like, which month am I a part of? I don't see like an Irish month or whatever, English month or white guy month, right. I guess was. And they just kind of, this is no joke. The chief who was running it was a black guy, great guy and nice guy, liked him. He said, that's because you get the other 11 months, buddy.
Shut up.
That's why.
Shut
That's
up.
what he told me.
That's
and it was
stupid.
That was
that
my first.
Stupid. Sorry.
That was my first realization. My first realization that of true racism, like truly understanding that, oh, there's people that really have a problem, like with the way, just being a white person. Because I knew that white people were racist against black people. Like I knew that because it was all over the place. But I didn't realize quite how racist black people were against white people. And it's equal. There's black racists, there's white racists. Anyways.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time I got beat up in Missouri outside of Fort Leonard Wood?
Well, yeah, like you said, you as a white guy, you should probably stay out of certain areas.
Definitely stay out of certain areas.
Just don't go down to Compton in the middle of the day looking for.
It wasn't Compton. It was like Missouri. If my buddy wasn't there, who was black and very intimidating, and he had a gold mouth, we called him Gold Mouth, I might have gotten killed straight up.
Right. Well, I mean, that's so anyway. So the Equal Opportunity Committee was one of those things where, everybody gets a month. So to take this any further, this is LGBTQ month. And in light of this month, in celebration of this month, they're going to go out and the LGBT community is going to get a bunch of love and recognition, which is fine. I personally don't care. But what I did come to a realization today was we learned something new. Oh, and that's right. That's right. We learned something new today. And that is, you guys don't realize this, but finally, the people who created the movie Aliens, right? There's new canon has been added to the franchise. We now know the gender.
Well, no, sexuality. Is it gender identity?
I don't know all of it.
I think it's sexuality.
Sexuality, gender identity of xenomorphs.
We do.
From Aliens. We do. There it is, guys. Yep. They came out with it. Thanks to all our fans for being such a great community. Happy Pride. And as you can see from the inside of the egg, the mist leaking out is LGBTQ. And therefore, the aliens, the xenomorphs are, I don't know, lesbian, gay, trans. They're one of those things.
They're queer.
They're queer.
If you can't put a label on it, you gotta say queer, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's an interesting form of artwork. I mean, here's the thing. If you want to support Pride Month, you should. Like, if you should. If you're trying to get some sort of equity out of it, then shame on you. That's all I'm going to say.
For shame.
But if you're really supporting, I mean, I have members of my family that are part of the LGBTQ community. I love them. And I support them, but just as much as I support the women, the men, everybody else, I don't support them anymore. or any less. I support them the same because they should be treated the same. So,
Okay.
I don't know how we got on this, but xenomorphs.
Yeah. So basically, this is canonical now. Xenomorphs are gay, and I'm going to repeat: no group, 0 groups should get an entire goddamn month. Sorry.
I mean, give everybody a month.
No.
Why not?
No one gets a month. No one gets a month. If the Earth doesn't get a month, then no one else gets a month. The Earth we all live on. How can we not agree that gets a day that most people don't even know what day that is? I'm not seeing any plants and shit on people's profiles. No. What I see when I see that day is nothing.
Do you know why? Do you know why they get a month? Do you know why they get a month?
Because they asked for it, I guess.
No, because they were under-recognized. So the reason they created a month is because they don't get enough recognition, and it was a way to force recognition for whatever group you are. So Black History Month wasn't being taught in the schools, so they decided this will be the month of Black History, and they will teach everybody Black History. Now that's where this stuff comes from. What day is
Earth Day?
It's in, I believe it's in September.
No, you're off by a few months. Anyone know what day? What day is Earth Day? Anyone? It's in April. April 22nd.
Okay, so it just happened and we missed it.
Yeah.
No one cares about Earth Day, bro.
Guys, come on, this is ridiculous.
Is there some sort of a flag on Earth Day?
I don't care if at one point a group wasn't taught about in school or whatever. If the Earth can't get a month, then no one gets a month.
Wait, hold on a second. Does the Earth have a flag? Because if it doesn't have a flag, it's just not going to happen.
Well, I mean, the Earth. It's really easy to do Earth Day. Ready? You take our podcast logo, and you make it green.
Okay.
Earth Day, complete. It's not that hard. It doesn't even need a flag. It's just a single color, green. Not hard. Yes. Not hard. Captain Planet would be fucking ashamed. And he's the gayest superhero we've ever had.
Why are you opening up can of worms?
He is. Okay? You know he's gay. It's okay. I don't know. No one's mad. No one is shaming Captain.
I don't know anything about Captain Planet.
Earth, fire, wind, heart, bro. Come on,
dude.
You know that guy was the queer rep for sure. And what happened when he said heart? Boom! Captain America literally comes out of him.
So heart means gay. Is that what you're saying? So anytime you show love or have a heart, it means gay.
I mean, look. The gay community have co-opted a few things. I'm just going to say hearts and rainbows are a couple of those things.
Hearts don't. I don't think hearts are.
And hold up.
Rainbows are.
And Heart Guy he's the Heart Guy. And what does Captain Planet produce literally the second he comes out of that guy's butt?
I have no idea.
A rainbow. He literally flies by and a rainbow forms out of his rear end.
Okay. Since I don't know anything about the background of what you're talking about, it's kind of hard to have a conversation
Captain
about it,
Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0.
What is this
from? Happy Earth Month.
Where did this come from?
Captain Planet, the cartoon, bro.
I've never even heard of it.
What?
What the hell? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I have no idea.
You remember that guy our sister dated a while back? That we used to, I think we called him Stott for an entire video.
Until he got
mad at us.
Okay. Oh, it came out after when I graduated high school, dude. That's why I never saw it.
Okay. Look. Captain Planet.
It's like 1990.
Yeah. Captain Planet. Here's Captain Planet.
And the Planeteers. Captain Planet. And the Planeteers.
Planeteers.
Watch him. Heart. Go Planet.
Go Planet.
Combined, I am Captain Planet. Captain
Planet. Look at that.
I don't know. That was 1990 for you, I guess.
Okay, wait. One more thing before you move on. Okay.
Why do we need to keep talking about this guy?
Real quick. Okay. Remember that guy the guy that our sister dated that we were making fun of for
Stott.
Okay.
Yeah, he got really mad because we kept calling him Stott. His name was Scott. And he got really angry.
He got really mad.
Left our sister or whatever.
He left our sister because we called him the wrong name. And I think
granted, we did do it 56 times, but
103 times actually.
Right.
Anyways, we did her a favor because she ended up hooking up with a much more handsome guy with a better job and marrying that man, and she has a child. But who does this guy look like to you?
Oh shit!
That's
Stott.
He looks like the pig villain from Captain Planet. He looks like
All right.
looks exactly
right.
like that guy.
Okay, I'll go with it.
I don't even care anymore because they're not dating. So
All right. G-Man for $5. The worst part of the writer's strike is STD will be around longer. End STD now.
I agree. We should end all STDs.
Yeah, they're terrible. We should be able to just have sex as much as we want and there be no consequences. I like that. Thank you for the support, G-Man. Yeah, STD. Well, here's the thing about STD is it's gone, man. Season 5, it's donezo.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that season regardless of whether we like it or not, and then it will be over, and then we can move on to other start. You got to Strange New Worlds is starting in 2 weeks. We're gonna have a lot coming up to that, and we're going to be talking about everything with Strange New Worlds, keeping our fingers crossed that it's going to be better than it is not.
Did you see Strange New Worlds Pride Month thing? Their advertisement?
No. I mean, is it just because like the colors in the background?
Yeah, it's like making a rainbow or something.
Look, I mean, that's
I think
it's just a part of life.
I think it looks sort of cool, actually. I know it's getting roasted, but the poster design is sort of cool.
I mean, look, anybody who everybody's going to do one of these logos.
Well, this is better than just putting a rainbow filter on your whatever on your Coca-Cola can or whatever. That's stupid.
But were you going to be surprised? I mean, that Strange New Worlds was going to do this. I mean, because
no, I'm not flaming this. I said it looks good. I'm just saying if you're gonna do Pride Month, like put this amount of effort into it. Like if you just crop your rainbow onto your existing logo.
I mean, I don't care if you do. Do Pride Month if you want or whatever. If you think you're going to get equity in the Pride community and you get more people to buy stuff, do it. If you think you are fighting some sort of battle for the LGBTQ community, we're going to talk about that here shortly. That battle's already been fought. So, but it's been fought and won, and now it's just trouncing. So we'll talk more about it. Kenneth LaRoque for $22. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for the support. I believe Kenneth for a short time took over the Popcast Hero.
Yes.
As a result of that.
I got to tell you, and we're going to get to the super chat, but Christopher Mays attempted to hold his spot. Thank you, Kenneth, by the way, for $22. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I was going to continue to love him, but go ahead.
I apologize. He tried to hold his spot by super chatting $20 and saying no, but because he did it after it already clicked over, it didn't add HP to himself.
Oh, so he just missed the HP.
And then on top of it, because they came in so quickly, thank you, Christopher. Rebecca Spade said, swoogity, I'm coming for that booty, referring to Chris, and Chris isn't Chris.
I guess.
But she thought she was going to be knocking Chris down a couple pegs, but instead just put Kenneth over the mark. And then, and thank you, by the way, Rebecca, the Dork Knight, in all of this irony, trying to ask how to enter the competition, he super chats. And he says, God damn it, do I have to super chat to get an answer to a question? I thought we were friends. How on earth do you enter the effing contest? Which put him
in the contest. So, Dork, that's how you got in the contest. You're on the board, and now if you hold it the longest, that's how you win the prize at the end.
Yeah,
so that's it.
And so thank Rebecca and Christopher for getting you there.
They got you there, Dork, because they took all of Kenneth's points away. But thank you, Kenneth, for the support. Christopher Mace, thank you so much for your no, 1999, and Rebecca, thank you also, and also thank you, Dork Knight. Even though, on the Salty Nerd podcast, they just give you crap, but here we support you and love you for it. So thanks for the super chat, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've learned that xenomorphs are gay.
Danny called himself the Kato Caitlin of YouTube.
Okay. I had this before we're supposed to get into what we're supposed to be doing, but before we do, I have one more thing we want to share with you guys. And that is yesterday I was getting gas, and when I realized that the price was $5.24 per gallon, I threw a little fit there next to my car. I just cost $100+ to fill up my vehicle, and it's crazy. And Brian appropriately sent me.
Real quick, Shane. I know you're gonna get into this, but you gotta stop breaking things at gas stations. People have cameras now.
Okay.
When he threw a quick fit and just destroyed the windshield wiper thing. I mean, it's in multiple pieces. There's a video someone sent me. Is this your brother? And I was like,
This is the problem when you do a show with someone and they just make things up as they go. See, this is the problem. You know, how you do defend it? You don't. Anyways, Brian, who had a wonderful, what was the video? TikTok, which appropriately showed my feelings about the whole situation. Brian, can you show the TikTok video?
I can't.
Because I'd like people to see what my experience was.
Wasn't prepared to show that, but I'm doing it right away.
Were you? Okay, maybe I didn't tell you about it, but
no, you did not.
After seeing this, it made a whole lot of sense for me.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's pretty funny, actually. Okay.
So for all those Republicans.
Okay. Here we go. Check this out.
So for all those Republicans in Congress criticizing me today for high gas prices in America, are you now saying we were wrong to support Ukraine? Are you saying we were wrong to stand up to Putin? Are you saying that we would rather have lower gas prices in America and Putin's iron fist in Europe?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, super yeah.
Yeah.
We get cheaper gas? Yeah. Why would you even ask that question? Was this an option the whole time? I'm going yeah. I'm saying yeah. My vote is yeah. Yes.
I love how they blame the economy on. It's so dumb. They're blaming the economy on Putin and Ukraine.
Well, yeah.
Maybe
anyways,
you don't
is,
maybe don't give $55 billion to another country. I don't know. Just a thought.
Well, the whole point is if my gas prices are $5.25 because we're supporting whatever's going on in Ukraine, then that's a problem for me because it's not like the taxes of that are going to. The gas prices are higher because we can't ship oil, and that's why it's a whole big thing. But it's just frustrating that gas prices are as high as it's making it very hard to get around and do what you got to do. So
yeah, we went from being almost energy independent to being completely dependent on half the sources we had before. It's so stupid. It's
right.
What did you expect to happen? For real? What did anyone expect this not to happen? I don't understand how intelligent, smart, older people that have now lived through this cycle 5 effing times can look at this and go, well, let's hope for the best. No, there's no hope. This is math, dude. This is math. And this has happened multiple times. And every single time this happens this way, we end up with higher gas prices. Literally every time.
Well, and they don't really go back down.
Dude. I don't get it.
Well, the problem is they don't really go back down. So they go down a little bit and they will hit previous highs, then they'll just go back up again. So we have to get used to, when I was a teenager and I had my first car, the gas price was $1.25 a gallon. That's what it was. And just over the years, it's crept up. So it's frustrating to have to spend so much to fill up your gas tank. Anyways, that's not what you guys came here to hear today. I thought it was going to be funny. Actually, I thought it was going to be funny. I thought I was going to tell this funny little joke about my gas. Brian was going to show the thing. You're all going to be like, that's funny. And then it turned into venting from Brian.
Yeah, I can't control myself. I've had a rough couple weeks. I told Adam on Discord. Yeah, hopefully Adam's watching. He was like, I think I posted a TikTok and I was like, this is what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And it showed some guy and basically he's saying, a Domino's pizza, a 2-liter Mountain Dew, and a video game. And the guy was 39, whatever. What I'm going to be doing this weekend is I'm going to get a pizza and a 6-pack of Mountain Dew. And I'm going to sit down with an MMO. It might be Warcraft. It might be Diablo. It might be Dota. I'm thinking not Dota because Dota is so goddamn competitive that you can't actually eat and there's no casual version of Dota. And I want a casual MMORPG that I can just sort of grind through and, to use a video game term, replenish my mana because I am creatively in pain. It's so difficult to continue to create without a break and not like, replenish it. And when no TV shows or movies give you that joy that usually helps you replenish your mana pool, then you got to get it yourself. And for me, MMORPG. In fact, if you guys are playing an MMO and you guys, and you guys say it's good, then let me know what it is. Maybe I'll play with you. But this weekend, I'm definitely taking some time to get my groove back, as Stella would put it, because like it's so difficult to create when you don't want to create, and often when I'm like editing, I'm just like, oh god, I gotta edit. And before it was like, oh, I can't wait to do this cool thing or whatever. Now I'm like, oh. So, anyways, that's why I'm in a slightly ranty mood because of that. And then it's like. And then you're like, oh, it's Pride Month and gas prices. You're bringing up stuff that's just annoying me. And like none of it is like making me laugh. You brought up the gas prices. I borrowed my dad's truck last week. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta do this.
What the hell is going on?
I borrowed my dad's truck last week because my 20-year-old Jeep is having problems.
Meltdown.
I borrow it to help him. Okay, he wanted me to do stuff for him. And I couldn't do it with my Jeep. So I borrowed it. I'm helping him do stuff. And I stop at the gas pump to fill it up. Dude, $90. What?
That's what I just said.
Okay,
I spent over $100 filling up my gas tank.
Yeah, but you're used to that. I have a Jeep and a small Edge. I don't use these giant 2-ton trucks that I also can't park. I can't park it to save my life. I drove a 5-ton trunk in the Army, but I can't park a recreational vehicle in Southern California. Either the parking spaces are too goddamn small or the trucks are too big. But you gotta pick one, man.
I want everyone to send positive thoughts to Brian this week. I want you to send him your energy, guys. Send him. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. I shouldn't have picked the topics today. I feel like this is just going to set some.
You picked some rough topics.
Let's go back to super chat from Kenneth LaRoque. Thank you. Xenomorphs are gay. Thank you for the 550, Kenneth. Tell that to Veronica Cartwright. Veronica Cartwright, of course, was Lambert in the original Alien movie. And of course, it didn't end well for anyone in Alien except for Ellen Ripley. Thank you for that, Ken. You're right.
So imagine getting chased. Hold up. Imagine getting chased by a bunch of gay xenomorphs. They're screaming. You can hear them jingling because they have like those bells they wear in the pride parades.
They wear bells? Okay.
I'm pretty sure they wear bells.
Okay. Yeah. Or, one of them has a, annoying lisp or something.
Come here, Veronica.
They don't have a voice. It's the way they. Interesting.
Face huggers.
Thank you for the $20. Christopher May, super chat. Just a reminder that while I do not know when Earth Day is, I know that tomorrow is National Donut Day. Yes, the Earth and donuts get the same amount of time.
Okay.
So.
All right. So.
That's, what's funny, Chris?
That's stupid too, though. That's stupid too. I think we need to. Earth needs to get a damn month. There needs to be an Earth month. Look, I'm not like a real left wing guy.
It gets Arbor Day. There's Arbor Day. That's another day.
I'm not a real left wing guy or anything like that. But I gotta say, there's one thing that I think a lot of people on both sides of the aisle are constantly ignoring, and that's other countries. Not the United States is actually pretty good about this, but other countries constantly destroying the ocean in which we use and we need to continue living as a species. Like constantly destroying the oceans. I'm not even talking about the atmosphere or all that nonsense. I'm talking about dumping 1 billion tons of waste into the ocean where 75% of the planet needs to eat. Holy shit. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me today?
I didn't do any of this. You just came out of nowhere. You mentioned Earth Day not having a day. You started all this. Like you literally started this and created this.
Yeah.
All because I said, congratulations to all the LGBTQ people for getting a month. And today is the first day of their month. So, which leads into what we're going to be talking about today. Are you okay? Do we need a break? Are we good?
I'm fine.
I don't know. I think we've broken Brian, guys.
Everything is fine.
So where did this come from? So, of course, lately we've got, we're going to be talking some Disney stuff now, guys. And here's the thing about Disney. We're talking Disney, but you really could be talking about any other big company. You could really be talking about Hollywood. This is a big, let's say this is a big topic for what's going on in Hollywood right now. Okay. So I like to invest into stocks, as we've probably talked about before. My wife and I spent, my wife had 30 years in the government. I spent 20 years in the Navy. We invested some of our money for savings. Back in 2021, when Disney Plus was coming out, we decided to go heavy into Disney stock. And who could go wrong with Disney Plus, right? So we have approximately $36,000 invested into Disney stock. And as of today, we've lost about half of that. It's about half of it's down. And if you look at Disney stock over time, what you start to realize is that it hasn't typically been a stock that's typically really high, but it had a lot of momentum. And how can you screw up the fact that it's going to make billions and billions of dollars with a streaming service? And so I think that not only are fans frustrated with what's going on with things like The Little Mermaid and all the different types of philosophy that Disney's trying to push out, and the fact that they don't care about a lot of things, but it's also investors, people who've put money into the company, who've believed in Disney for decades and decades and decades, that are now being treated terribly. And so it's just frankly surprising that the stock this is crazy, guys. It's having the worst stock year it's had since 1974.
That's insane.
The worst since 74. Okay. Disney Plus, this is crazy, lost $1.5 billion last year. Okay. And it lost $653 million. Now, what I thought was interesting is wow, it lost $1.5 billion. Here's what's crazy. If you take up all of their subscribers, which they have 164 million subscribers, and you take that by the monthly earnings, that means that Disney, just with the Disney Plus platform, is earning $18 billion in 2022. $18 billion. Okay. Now, how do we know that they're lying about losing money? Because they're lying, Brian. I've solved it. I figured it out.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. Why would they lie?
Yeah. So check this out. I just learned something today that I thought's really interesting. So they're making $18 billion on Disney Plus. They lost $1.5 billion last year on Disney Plus. Do you know how much they're expecting to spend in 2023 on Disney Plus products? $30 billion.
Oh, Jesus.
So think about it, guys. That's $12 billion more than the platform can make with its max amount of subscribers, because we also know that it lost subscribers recently, right?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so this is kind of the weird thing that I learned.
But the reason it lost subscribers was when they dropped cricket, they lost like the entire country of India, which because they were paying so much less than everyone else, it didn't really affect their bottom line.
Yeah. So, okay. So let me kind of break this down for you guys. So here's what I think is going on. All these studios are complaining. All the streaming services are complaining about losing money, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, I'm losing money. Oh, we got to do this. We got to do that. The other thing, not only did they overspend, which is being a problem, but I've uncovered the fact that they're lying about how much money things are costing, or they're artificially inflating the cost of things. Did you guys ever find it weird that all of a sudden now it's costing like $25 million an episode to make things?
Oh my God.
Like when did that change? It was honestly, when you were making stuff, it was a few $1 million an episode a decade ago, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden Game of Thrones came in and they had, oh my God, it's 10 million an episode. Remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Okay. So now Disney, a Marvel show can cost as much as $25 million per episode. Okay. As much as $25 million per episode. Now, what I learned about this was really unbelievable. One of the reasons why the streaming services have done this to themselves. Okay. So one of the biggest problems is the talent is trying to secure bigger fees up front because future residuals are harder to understand in the streaming world. So streaming has made it difficult. It used to be that when you made a deal to do a TV show, then you got part of the back money, the residuals on what was going to be shown going forward.
Right.
But studios got greedy. They started to want to hold the global rights to things for like 10 or 20 years. So now actors and writers and this is why we have a writer strike right now. They decided that they needed the money up front. Okay. So they wanted to get paid because they didn't know if there was going to be any back end money, especially since streaming services now don't have to report how many people are watching the shows. So then I learned this. Studios receive a predetermined percentage of a show's licensing fee as profit margin. Let me say that again. Most studios receive a predetermined percentage of a show's license fee as profit margin. The bigger the production budget, the bigger the license fee, and the bigger the studio's margin.
Okay, can you explain that?
Yes.
Like I'm 5. Because
what that means is, if a show costs more money, the more a show costs, the more they can charge somebody in licensing to use it later. So they want these giant inflated budgets on these shows. So when they go to sell it to another service, right, to sell it to Netflix or whoever's going to use it, they have to pay more money because the show costs more money. Right?
Right.
So they're inflating. They want the prices of these shows to be more. But here's the thing. I don't think they're actually costing that much. I think if you went in and were able to look at the books on a lot of these studios, you would find they're not costing $25 million to make an episode. I don't think that's the case. When you stop and think about it, how can it? If all of these people were making so much money, would the writers be striking? Would the talent be supporting them? Would producers be backing everybody up? If everybody was making so much more money, right? Do you think that this would be happening? So I believe that the studios are fudging the numbers on some of these shows. I don't think it's real.
Interesting. And the reason why they dropped certain shows was to, like, they didn't say this, but what most people are saying is to avoid the license rights. But
yeah,
then,
so they said that actually.
Oh, they did say it.
Yeah, so the Disney recently got rid of about 12 shows. Actually, I think it's up to 18 now. And what they're doing is they're looking at ones that have licensing fees that are not advantageous to them, and they're taking them off of the platform.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So they drop them from the platform. They can avoid the license fees, right? And then what do? They create other shows that have no license fees.
No.
Or do they? I mean, like, what is the plan going forward? Because
they're padding the books.
Oh,
they're padding the books.
Oh, they're straight cooking the books.
Yes, that's what it is, so that they can charge more in licensing when they put them out. I do believe that because the numbers don't make sense. So I just explained to you. They said it's going to cost them $30 billion. They're going to create $30 billion. Okay. Right. It's going to cost them to make this year's TV shows and movies and everything that's going to go on Disney Plus, $30 billion. But based on how much people pay in fees and subscriptions, they can only make $18 billion. They lost $1.5 billion. So what's that? That's $19.5 billion when you take the loss and what they earned, but it's going to cost them 30. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I'm sorry.
So
I was a little distracted. I was trying to fix the boss level. Just so you guys know, Christopher Mays is right now the podcast Unleashed. I had to reset it for him.
Okay. I don't know. You have to explain.
Yeah. Sorry. So Christopher Mays, because you put your super chat in right after Ken, the system updated at the same exact time, and it wasn't counting as super chat. So I had to reset it to count as super chats.
Oh, okay.
So right now, as of right this second, I did the math. Christopher Mays is the Unleashed hero.
Okay.
So when you see podcast Unleashed right now, that's actually Christopher Mays.
So you're knocking Christopher off if you're super chatting right now.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Apologize, guys. It was a weird system glitch that I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Okay. Yeah. And it happened right in the middle of what I was saying. So
I really apologize.
You could have waited till I was done saying it.
I was trying to, but then you started talking about math, and I got really confused. And I had to stop you so that I can focus again on what you're saying.
Okay, so here's the focus. Basically, it looks to me like they're inflating what shows cost so that they can charge more for licensing later. And then it's actually not costing them as much as it is. Because there's no reason for shows to have gone from, max 10 million an episode, 5 million an episode to end up costing this. There are some speculations as to why prices can go up. I mean, CGI costs more, post-production costs more, idiocy costs more, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, look at I'm sorry to bring this up again, but look at Discovery, right? Star Trek Discovery was using the same exact soundstage that The Mandalorian was using, the one with the crazy digital wall,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But The Mandalorian, but for some reason, they were paying more per event than The Mandalorian was. Why? Oh, maybe someone says, "Oh, Disney owns that soundstage." No, they didn't. I actually know a guy that owned that soundstage. For some reason, Discovery paid more per use of that soundstage because incompetence. They literally, instead of looking at what it would cost, or negotiating, they just accepted the fee up front. I actually have the guy's phone number. I talked to the guy who worked at the place. They paid almost double what Disney paid for that wall, that digital wall thing.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. So when I said idiocy, what I really meant was incompetency. So one of the biggest problems in Hollywood right now is because there's so much content being created. When you go back and think about it, you have every major studio is not only now a movie studio, but they're also a television studio. Everybody is there's literally 2 to 3 times more content than there's ever been available to us out there.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? You only have so many qualified directors, people who are qualified to do things, who are good at their jobs. There's only so many of them. So at some point, you're going to have to spread that out. So as you go and say, well, for example, look at Rings of Power is a great example.
Oh my
right?
God, $1 billion. Right.
You hire a couple of guys who don't really know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good pitch. They say they can do it. They sound convincing, but they really don't have any talent or ability. But you hire them. And so what ends up happening, right? You got people who don't know how to run a production, running a production. And so it ends up costing more. They pay more for the wall than the guy who used it on another production and said, well, it's not worth that much. So everything ends up costing more also as a result of lack of experience.
Yeah, you just totally verbalized that. And really what it was they hired someone that didn't have the experience to know what it should cost and just went with whatever was told to him. Meanwhile, you have Dave Filoni and the other guy who understand Jon Favreau, who understand what it should cost and goes, no, let's get that down. It's experience.
And you have people who are more worried about the pocketbook. So you have this much money for, and that's the other problem with when you give them such a large budget, then they don't worry about every penny as much as they typically do. So that's one of the reasons. But so what's the point here? So what's the problem? So with all of these shows costing so much more money, it's harder to break even, right? It's harder to basically say it was worth making. Right. If they're not making money for us, but I think they're lying to us. I think they are making money. Right. And it's just, that's the reason why they don't have to show us anything. Everything's, there's no, everything's hidden from us. So we don't know exactly what things cost. We don't know exactly, how many people are watching something. We cannot gauge success anymore because they get to determine what the success is. Right. And they can control, their justifications depending on what they decide what they've said that they've spent.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I get it. All right. So
they're good.
I'm pretty sure that's against the law.
It should be. If it's not, I mean, what they report, it'd be interesting if somebody looked at what they're reporting to the IRS versus what's actually happening. Because the only reason it's against the law is if they're reporting to the IRS wrong.
No, but hold up. If the amount of money that they're spending, making, whatever is also determining a percentage of royalties to actors.
It's not though. See, they've stopped doing that. It's most of the stuff's coming up front. That's the problem with royalties. This is what the fight for the WGA. They're not getting back end money anymore. That's the problem. So because they're not getting back end money, they have, this is part of the problem. Somebody once said, it was a really great quote. It said, it's an arms race. Speaking of streaming, And it's going to be that way until somebody realizes they're just beating their head against the wall and not getting anywhere.
Right.
And that's where we've come to with streaming. Disney being villain number one, right? They've gotten to the place where you can have 164 million people paying every month on your platform as much as $12.99 and still not be able to make a profit.
Right.
That is pathetic.
That is pathetic.
That is pathetic.
We did the math on Paramount Plus, and do you remember? I don't remember exactly what the numbers were, but it was so much money that I thought that the calculator app was wrong. I was like, "Wait, is this right?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, it's right." Billions of dollars a year is what they should be making in profit, but because of incompetency and bad decisions and
book cooking
cooking the books,
yeah,
we somehow see all these companies that made billions and billions with a B reporting losses. And this is what the crazy part of it is. There is no way for any of us to know if what they're reporting is real or not. And they can be totally legal and not breaking the law and still lying to all of the public and all of their investors, and we wouldn't know.
Right.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah. So as a stockholder who's sitting with an average stock of say $150 with Disney stock, and you're looking at right now, they're sitting at about 88 bucks, I think, per share.
It is 88.59. Right.
We may never realize $150 again a share. We may never realize that if this continues. And so I'm saying that from a personal standpoint. I'm just saying from a business standpoint, Disney was one of the strong companies going into COVID. Now think about this, guys. They were losing $1 million a day during COVID. Disney, $1 million a day. That's $30 million a month. That's $360 million a year. That's nothing. Disney Plus lost 5 times that amount of money in 1 year. Something's not right. With nobody going to the parks, Disney Plus somehow lost 5 times the amount of money they lost to COVID.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And what the parks cost. And remember, we had this exact question like 3 weeks ago. I was like, wait a minute. Is it that do servers cost that much money that when you make $300 billion, you can't swing a profit? Are the servers costing that much money? Of course not. All right. Before we did YouTube, we did website stuff. We had our own little server farm. We rented out hosting for our clients. We made websites. We still have 2 dedicated servers. Right now behind me, Shane is running on a computer, which is a server, a computer,
Shine.
a server and a computer. Sorry, Shine. A computer and a server are the same thing. The only difference is what their intended use are, and they have slightly beefed up hardware. So the computer behind me is running Shine. That's it. It's all it does. Its entire purpose is to be a Python server specifically for Shine. So we know a little bit about what servers cost. And I'm sure Disney is spending a lot of money at AWS or whatever server farm. Maybe it's their own, but not $300 billion.
Right.
Not even remotely close. You can stream
30 billion, yeah.
Or 30 billion. You can stream 4K for 24 hours a day to 1 million people, and you wouldn't even dent the amount of money they're making. So it's not hosting, which means it has to be something else. And because of I think you're right, because they're cooking of the books, we can't actually put our finger on what is the loss? Like, what is causing this to be a failing model? And to be fair, if every single streaming service is reporting a loss in a time where everyone was sitting at home streaming,
right,
then it's an unworkable model.
It doesn't work. Right. Which is the point. So they're not idiots, which means There's someone lying. Now what is it? Now, who's making all the money? Well, the CEO, the CFO, all of the heads of the departments, huge wages, big wages, making tons of money. Their job is to keep the machine going, right? That's it, to keep it going so they can keep getting paid. Here's a quote for you. This is something that I was playing around with recently. This is something I came up with, and this is what I believe is happening. To get to the crux of them, the true power of civilization is shaping reality and making people believe the truth that you want them to believe. Okay, that's the true power of civilization, making people believe the truth that you want them to believe. Okay, so that takes us back to what's happening here today. So let's Disney, right? Disney changed. Took a change, right? They decided, and this all happened very recently, right? So Disney decided they were going to start doing things a little differently. You can go back to when Star Wars was purchased, perhaps around that same time, when the Force was female, when COVID happening and Black Lives Matter and the push for the LGBTQ stuff and the fight against Florida and all these things. And all of a sudden, Disney started to change.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what happened? Why did Disney start to change? The answer is a few things. The answer is incompetence. It's who works in Hollywood, and ideology spread via social media, greed, and fear. It's all these reasons. Okay. When men and women, when we go to work, we just go to work, right?
Right.
It's about the work. Take Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. George had an idea, George Lucas. Steven brought it to life. Steven Spielberg. And Kathleen helped make it efficient, Kathleen Kennedy. They all had a job, right? No one came to work and said, we need to make this more manly.
Right.
We need to show that men are dominating, because I was in the shower this morning and I kept looking at my balls and telling myself how powerful I am. Yes, Indiana Jones is a product of my powerful balls.
My powerful testicles. They will inform your opinion.
Yes. Instead, they went to work and they made a movie that they thought the audiences would want to watch. What audiences? Audiences who love adventure, comedy, excitement. There was no agenda.
Pretty girls.
Now, let's be honest. Let's be honest about something, okay? Hollywood has always been way more LGBTQ than the population. About 5% of the population is LGBTQ, according to whatever polls can be made. About 5%. It's a guess. It could be lower, it could be higher. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Where do people who are born LGBTQ usually go to work? They work in the arts. Okay. In the 90s, all of the gay people who hid their sexuality publicly started to see that it was okay to be gay, right? It started to come out that way. The vast majority of people began to say, and then all the people who weren't gay just started to say, you know what? Let's just let people live their lives. It doesn't affect me. So what does it matter? If they're going to be gay, let them be gay. Who cares? Why are we fighting about this? It's this national, I wouldn't say the whole world came this way, but America, for the most part, we're just like, okay, hey, they're gay. Great. No big deal. Okay. The 90s and 2000s were a decade of activism. This is when the LGBTQ organization became a powerhouse of focusing on bringing down companies who were anti-LGBTQ. Okay. So that was 90s and 2000s. They were fighting for rights, and there were a lot of groups fighting back, not allowing gay marriage, all of the different things. And so the LGBTQ came in and there was activism. Then something happened. They won. That was it. They won. LGBTQ won. They got gay rights. They got, they can get insurance for their loved ones. They won. Right?
Right.
There was nothing left to fight about.
Nothing to fight about. Yeah.
Wasn't good enough. They had an organization. It was motivated. It was activated. It was
making money.
It has something to do. It has power. It has the power of civilization to shape reality and make people believe the truth that they want them to believe.
Infinite cosmic power. Itty bitty live in space.
So then what happens is you got guys like whom I love dearly, Ian McKellen, Gandalf, Magneto, one of the great actors of all time, a gay man, very gay man. Don't care that he's gay. He's an incredible actor. Credible.
I agree.
Doesn't matter if he's gay, but he's pretty outspoken. And he used to say that basically half of Hollywood was gay, right? But the problem was that even though half of Hollywood was gay, only at the time that they talked to him about it, which was about 5 years ago, only 12.8% of mainstream films featured LGBTQ characters. Okay.
Right.
And this group that did this thing, they called for the numbers to rise to 50% by 2024.
Is that right?
This organization called, okay, it was an advocacy group that GLAAD founded. That's the gay, lesbian, and
Yeah, we know.
the GLAAD. It was what LGBTQ was, right? I think they probably still exist. What year is it, Brian? 2023?
2023. Yeah, glad exists. I think it's like gay, lesbian, and dicks, I think. Let me check.
I think you just made that up. I don't think that's actually what it is.
Oh, it's not what it is?
I think you just chose a D word and just like the one that was on the top of your head. My point
Yeah,
is,
that's right, because I think about dicks all the time.
what has happened in the last several years? The push for LGBTQ characters have become a priority. Right now, listen, there's nothing wrong with having LGBTQ characters, but here is the problem. If 5% of your population is LGBTQ, right? And the 95% who aren't are paying for the most portion of going to movies. They're the ones paying for most of entertainment.
Right.
If you make half of entertainment gay, those people who said, look, it's not affecting me. Fine, go be gay. Do what you want to do.
Yeah,
your sexuality is your sexuality. Your gender is your gender. I don't care. I just want to go and be entertained. Now all of a sudden they are forced. It does affect them.
Yeah.
Now it affects them.
It affects them.
Because half of all characters need to be gay, right? According to this group. And guess who was listening? Hollywood. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. You want to know why? Because a good majority of the producers, directors, people making the content in Hollywood are gay,
right? Lesbians.
Just go to Star Trek, for example. Alex Kurtzman. I don't know if we know actually. He definitely supports. He's straight. I think
he's not. Yeah, he's not gay. He's straight.
But he supports the gay movement. He's huge in the gay movement. I think Akiva Goldsman. Almost all of the showrunners in there have all, are all part of the LGBTQ community, right? So what happens is as you start to create content, Middle America doesn't get it. They just don't understand. They're like, look, I don't really care. Look, I don't care what they do, but I don't care because when the straight guy or the straight girl or whatever get up and go to work, they don't first think about who they are as a human being and then figure out a way to project that into the world.
Wait. What if rainbow-colored light came out of the egg? What do you guys think about that? No, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about just creating art.
Because what are you? Are you the sum of your existence? Is it your sexuality? Is it how you identify? Is that what you walk around all day thinking, well, I'm straight, or I'm gay, or I'm a woman, or I'm a man, or does that dominate what happens all day? No, what dominates all day is what motivates you to do whatever it is that you do, right? And when you are in a customer service business, and make no mind, Hollywood is a customer service business. Don't let them sit up there on their high horses and tell you that it's not a customer service business. They don't have a job if we don't go watch their product, if we don't go watch what they do. It's customer service.
Right.
They can say, oh, Ryan Johnson, you don't need to worry about what the fans want. Go make your own product. Well, guess what? We're coming to a time and an age where there's so much, like, what do we say? There's 2 to 3 times more content than there ever was before. Right?
Right.
People are choosing what they want to watch. And this is why we're having all of these problems.
Well, and so on top of that, though, let me just add some detail to that. The idea of the customer is always right no longer matters. And let me explain. When we truly did live in a free market society, capitalist society, whatever you want to call it, A market where the free market determined the majority of the choices of businesses because their entire point of existence is to sell you something. That all worked out just fine. And then at some point it stopped working. And I can pinpoint around the time it did. When streaming services came into being and they realized that the majority of people, even if they won't watch this show, they'll watch that show. They might not watch these shows, they'll watch that show. I mean, hell, guys, we might not watch anything, but we'll keep paying for the streaming service. Now, what happens when you have your fan base where they don't want to watch anything you have, but they keep paying you monthly anyways? When your shows are no longer based on advertising rates, so it doesn't matter how many people are watching. Before, TV shows made money based on how many people watched.
Period.
If people, what's that?
Period.
Yeah, period. Now it doesn't matter if 3 people or 3 million people watch an episode of TV because there's no ads, and those 3 million people are still paying for it. So when you completely bypass the free market and you go straight to the bank account, then you don't have to please your customer anymore. No, you don't. You can push whatever agenda you want. In this case, more than 50% are probably have that agenda. You can push that agenda. You can be the talk of the party at your friend's engagement, whatever. When you say the force is female, you can please all your Hollywood friends and all the people you hang out with. You can damn the man, and you can down with white supremacy. You can do all that stuff, and you can do that knowing that it doesn't matter if you piss off 63% of your fan base, because they're gonna keep paying for it.
Because they may not be watching what you're watching. That's the thing. Like, it's no longer about what you watch anymore. I mean, it might be like internally, the studios might be saying, well, they're watching this or they're not watching that. But it's not necessarily about what they're watching. It's about who's continuing to pay for the subscrition.
Right.
And
the majority,
right.
the majority of middle America, the majority of us are pretty apathetic when it comes to most of this stuff. And so we just keep paying for it. And it's the ones those super passionate, tiny percentage of people who are ridiculously loud that might actually cancel their subscription.
Right. And that's the other thing. So now you have this outrage, and it's a social meter. Right now it's a social media meter. If you're especially if you're part of the Hollywood group, it's very important that you all think the same. So you got to support the LGBTQ community no matter what, right? You have to, basically fight conservatism. Conservatism is outlawed in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, we're going to take a guy we like very much, and we're going to show you his tweet right now. Tweet he put out today. And this is a great example of trying to get points, right? That's what a lot of people are trying to do. Anson Mount put out a tweet today. And I sent Brian the link. I don't know if you got it there.
I'm on it.
Now, Anson Mount isn't part of the LGBTQ community, right? He's not. Now, he probably has a lot of friends who are, right? And he probably supports their lifestyle or whatever, because that's what you do for your friends. You support them, and you should. If you got friends, I got friends. Listen, if you want to go be LGBTQ, go be LG, if you want to, that's the wrong thing. If you are a gay or lesbian or any part of those letters, then go be you. And if I care about you and support you, then I'm going to care and support about you no matter what. If your existence becomes about the fact that you're part of that community, then we got a problem. I don't wake up every day, talking about how I'm a man or how I'm a white man. I don't care. I get up, I go do my job. That's what I care about.
Irish German mix.
Whatever. We just get up and we live our lives. Okay. That's what we do. I went to war. Okay. I went and fought a war. Okay. Sometimes I think these guys need a war to go fight. so they can figure out what's important. And Anson Mount, God bless him.
Can't find a stupid
Love him.
tweet. I don't know why.
I slacked it to you.
Yeah, I'm in Slack and I don't see it anywhere. So
I slacked it to you in the news channel.
I see. That's weird to me. Shane.
And you know, so the whole Target thing that's going on, if you guys aren't familiar with the Target thing, and we're not done quite with the Disney stuff, but Target is related to the Disney stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's all the same sort of programming here that's going on. Okay. Target recently had decided they were going to put a whole bunch of LGBTQ stuff in the stores and a lot of products in the stores. And some people got upset. And so it looks like Target has decided to remove some of this stuff from the stores based on people getting upset. So Anson Mount tweets, I can't read this, of course.
Cowards.
Oh, that's right. Cowards at Target. Now, when you click on the link, which now that I've sent it to Brian, I don't have the article here. When you click on it and you take a look at the article, I wonder if Anson Mount read the article.
No, he did not.
Because if you read the article, here's what you learn about some of the merchandise that was removed. And you ask me if it's appropriate, regardless. Target Corp is offering more than 2,000 products, including clothing, books, music, and home furnishings as part of its Pride collection. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay. Nothing wrong with having Pride stuff in Target. Guess what? If you have customers that are going to come buy your products, no matter what group they belong to, then you should carry some of those products so that those people will come to your store. Period.
Yep.
That's called, I almost said communism. That's called capitalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good business. That's what it is.
Of this Pride collection, though, that Target had, the items included gender fluid mugs, queer all year calendars, and books. Get ready. For children ages 2 to 8.
Jesus Christ.
Titled Bye Bye Binary, Pride 123, I'm Not a Girl. Okay. Here's the deal. There are going to be children. There's going to be children growing up that are going to end up being part LGBTQ. 1 in 20 people, if it's 5%, 1 in 20 people are born LGBTQ. That's it. Okay. If that's what it is. 1 in 20. So it's going to be out there. Here's the problem, though. Our society has a huge issue right now with confusion. Children are confused. It looks to me like Target is trying to capitalize on that because, like I said, at my kids' school, it seems like about 30% of the kids are part of the LGBTQ, but we know that's not the case. It's just becoming a popularity thing. It's becoming it's becoming a way to change the way people think, right? So,
and social media feeds that because it gives them attention.
And it gives them attention. Is it right to have products for kids to wear that says I'm not a girl or bye bye binary for 2-year-olds, for 3-year-olds?
No.
Queer all year. Is this something that you should be targeting towards kids to buy?
It's a weird thing.
You see what I'm saying? It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So people complained because they're like, look, I don't want my kid going into the store going, and they don't know necessarily what they are. Some kids may know early on, but not all of them do. There's a lot of people who thought they were, perhaps transgender or whatever, and then they end up not being when they get older. Oh, no, I guess I wasn't. I was just confused.
Right.
Right. So there has to be a level of responsibility. When Anson Mount says cowards at Target, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, because they didn't even
so
remove
no, hold on. What the fuck does that mean? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Anson, about Target being cowards? Is it because they're afraid to try to control people's minds with what they're doing, that they're not indoctrinating children about the LGBTQ community? Is that why they're cowards? Do you think Target's removing these products because people are anti-gay? No, man. They're just trying to force it down their kids' throats.
They didn't even remove the products, though.
If the agenda, well, whatever. I don't even know if they did.
They just moved them. They just moved them from the front next to the door to somewhere else.
But if the agenda if it's an agenda, and it feels somewhat like it's an agenda when you talk about it this way, it feels like you're trying to get kids to think about this, look about this, so that when they're older, then it'll just be normal for them, or it'll be like something that's just everyday stuff. That's what's going down. That's what the LGBTQ community is trying to do for agenda-based things. They want to make young people think of this as a part of everyday life. Here's the crazy thing about it. If you just treat it like it's everyday life, then it will be everyday life. They're creating a war that does not need to exist. They're creating a battle that doesn't have to be there. Gay rights already happened, guys. It's a done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal.
It's done. The only battle that's out there right now is, should dudes be able to become women, or if they are women, and then go and dominate women's sports? I mean, that's like really the only thing that's a problem.
That's the real thing. Oh, and should kids be able to transition? Which,
well,
I'm not even sure why that's even an argument. Obviously not.
Frankly speaking, that should be the choice of the parents. Period.
I mean, permanent changes though should not be considered until they're done growing.
It's a family decision.
That's
it's a
true.
parent decision. Period.
Right, but so which it's a parent decision, which means that the state cannot control that parent's decision either. Right? The state, the 12-year-old shouldn't tell their teacher, "My parents don't respect my decision," and then their teacher, that kid gets put in a CPS so they can transition. That's completely wrong too.
Yeah, no, the state being involved in any of that stuff, unless it's child abuse or whatever, is not.
Yeah.
But the parents, if the parents sit down with their kids and they've come to this determination, it's a family decision. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the state to decide whether a kid should be, LGBTQ or not.
Some random school teacher you see for one period a day. Sorry, guys.
Right, and most, yeah, exactly.
There's some great teachers out there, but some of them are just stupid.
So if Anson Mount is saying that Target is cowards because they are, because some people are concerned with the fact that you have these shirts for kids that are for children, to say it's not a fad, guys. It's not a damn fad. That's the problem. It's not. If people are born LGBTQ, it's the way that they're born. It's not a social construct where we need to cheerlead people to one side or the fucking other. It either is or it isn't, right? It's not something you need to convince people of. There are laws. Either things are legal or they are not. And when you shove these things down people's throats, it becomes frustrating. People start to fight back. That's the problem. So the reason why we have Hollywood the way it is, the reason why we have this happening is because of the agenda being driven by guys like Anson Mount, who has friends that are LGBTQ, that the LGBTQ people, that for some of them, their entire identity is being LGBTQ and not just a guy or girl or whoever that goes to work and does what they do and creates products. It has to be all around this lifestyle. Why is there such a focus on that lifestyle that it needs to be changed? The point is that all of these LGBTQ activists need something to do. That's it. They got power and they don't want to relinquish it. And that's why you're seeing it pushed in every direction. And that's why you see people pushing back. And as long as it continues, they're going to continue losing money. They're going to continue making products that we don't like. They're going to continue trying to change everything to get people to think. What did we say what the quote was earlier? Power is
Perception.
Controlling what people believe.
Yeah.
Or think.
Yeah, and I wanted to share this real quick. You recognize this, right? So like the thing in the center, that little cylinder.
Yeah, the square hole and the circle in the circle.
So the thing in the center is the actual truth, right? But you see, depending on which direction you're looking at it, the shadow of that reflection is what changes, right? This is a perfect example of truth over true. Like someone else's truth, like their version of truth, is dependent on where they're looking at it from, what their perspective is, what teacher they had in school, what indoctrination that they digested as children, what TV shows they watched, whatever, right? That's going to determine what the actual what their true is. But in reality, there is a truth that a lot of people overlook, and they simply look at the shadow of said truth and from their direction, it can be completely distorted.
Okay, that's fair. I think that just confuses things even more. But
You know, another thing too is William Shatner. I don't know, you remember this tweet? So if you want to talk about agenda in Hollywood, it's when they announced that Kirk was bisexual. They were trying to like revise history to add Kirk to one of the list of
right,
fictional characters that are bisexual. Well, William Shatner was like, this is not accurate. And someone was like, how are you so homophobic? Well, his response was, who is bothered? All I said that is if Alex Kurtzman wanted his Kirk to be bi, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't cow down to mob mentality wanting me to embrace something that didn't currently exist. It still doesn't. And that is the best response. Right? You cannot go back and say William Shatner's Kirk was bisexual. That's not how it works. You can't modify the history to sort of push your agenda. If you want to make stuff that pushes your agenda, fine. But going back and changing something that is completely was never the way you want it to be to something you want it to be, just so you can continually add points into your scoreboard, is wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. You know, and adding points to your score, it's not really even adding points. There are people out there that are on a mission. They're on a mission to change society. You know, it's about narcissism. It's about being selfish. It's about, it's one thing to be able to say, yeah, look, whether you're gay or whether you're straight or whatever you are, you're just who you are. Why it needs to be celebrated is the question. Why do we need to celebrate sexuality? Why do we need to celebrate your identity? Why do we need to celebrate your identity specifically? And that's where we have a problem. So, a character is a character is a character.
Yeah, like I said, I'm cool with a day, a couple of parades. I don't know why we have a month. That's all.
Well, and it's not even about, like I said, it's not about the month. It doesn't matter. It's about content that people are giving us. I don't care about months. I don't care about politics. You go around and dance, do whatever the hell you want to do.
But when 80% of the content is not remotely relating to me in any way and something I don't want to watch, but it doesn't matter. I keep paying for it anyways. Like that's the real issue.
Right. And so on top of all this LGBTQ or having more black people, replacing all the redheads with black people.
Oh, I don't know
right?
what that's about. That's a real thing.
I mean,
gendercide's real. No, it's real.
But on top of all that, you have studios that their entire goal is to create products that will, pander to the most amount of people.
Right.
So you end up with very vanilla projects. Because when you try to pander to everyone, then you actually talk to no one. You're speaking to no one if you're trying to talk to everyone.
It's true.
You end up whitewashing it. So that's what I'm sorry, guys. This is where we're trying to get the whole time. To get to Indiana Jones and the fact that it's got these lackluster reviews, James Mangold being an actual very good person to make movies, Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, who's trying to get to the lowest common denominator. How can we make this movie appeal to everyone so that 1 billion people go and see it? Right. So we make $1 billion. That's their goal. And James Mangold having to be frustrated to figure out how to give them what they want, but yet also make a good movie. What's happened to the movies and what's happen in Disney, Hollywood, and everything else is the same thing that happened to the music industry. The music industry was taken over by corporations. Right? What happened when corporations took over the music industry? Mm-hmm. We stopped getting musicians making music. People who were creative going, you know what? This is going to sound great. The Led Zeppelins, I'm taking myself way far back, even going forward to, the Michael Jacksons, to the people who made music, who sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to write an album and it's going to be about truth and I'm going to make good music. And what happened is corporations came in and they said, where's your hook? If you don't hook somebody in the first 8 seconds, then we lose them. They're going to move on to another song. Where's your hook? So all of a sudden, these industries were telling, look, we don't want your music if it doesn't, have these sort of guidelines that we think make people want to listen to songs. And now what happens when you listen to music, guys? I think if you did a poll right now, 100% of people watching would say, Music today sucks. What is everybody listening to? My kids listen to 80s music. That's what they listen to because music today sucks. Okay. It's awful. All right. And so the movie industry needs to pay attention. What happened to music is happening to Hollywood, right? They're trying to pander to the lowest common denominator. You need to let people go out and make art. That's how we get things that happen. Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Brian De Palma, all of these great directors weren't told how to make their movies. They went and made good stuff, and the studios went, wow, that's amazing. It's just not how stuff gets made anymore, guys. It's just not. Now the studio tells you how you have to do it. We need to make $1 billion, guys. So how are we going to make $1 billion? Men, women, children, dogs, clowns, everybody needs to like this movie. So figure out a way to make your movie so that everybody likes it. And that's why we're having so many problems. And that's why Disney is having the problems that it is. Why do we have why is Ariel a black girl, right? Why?
That's a great question.
Because they're trying to pander to the greatest audience. That's what they're doing. They're trying. I mean, I know they call it gingercide, but I do believe they're trying to pander to the largest, broadest audiences. And what's going to happen is the people who have an expectation for something, they're just not going to show up. They're like, that doesn't interest me. So you're not going to pander. When you try to get to everybody, you're going to end up getting to nobody. And that's kind of where we're going. That's why Disney's losing money. Ant-Man and the Wasp, lost money. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to make money. Little Mermaids, I don't know if it's actually going to make enough money to pay for itself, but we'll see.
Well, it's not actually. Yeah, there's actually a problem with that. A lot. So they're reporting that that it's making a ton of money, but in reality, only the stateside reporting is actually on track with their numbers. The rest of the world is just flat out denying this movie even came out. So right. It's most likely going to make money regardless. It's a Disney live action movie, but it's certainly not. And they're certainly not going to make what its projected is, and it's not going to. I don't think it'll make as much money as the other live action. Let me show you guys this thing real quick.
So far, it's made $130 million.
Yeah. So it came out over Memorial Weekend, right? It was supposed to make like $250 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is straight up gingercide. I'm telling you, it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. Iris West from The Flash, African American. Lana Lang was redhead. They made her a brunette for some reason. Don't know why. They could have dyed her hair easily. Wally West, white guy, Irish, red hair, black guy. I don't even know who that character is. I don't know who the character is. Batgirl, Cyclone. These are characters. April O'Neil. The most recent version of April O'Neil is weird. Like, I looked at the trailer and I'm confused. I'm like, is that April O'Neil? It looks like Velma from the latest Velma cartoon. I don't understand what they were even thinking. They took her from complete. It's like, hey, 6 foot busty redhead, 4'5". I don't get it. Mary Jane ×2, Miss Martian. Look at all these characters. This is a small sampling as quickly I can find. There is so many characters for some reason that they are just specifically redheads that they are just removing from history. It's very odd.
It's probably easier. I mean, it's easier because there's just less redheads, and it's easy to go, well, we can easily swap that character out because there just aren't that many good ones out there. I mean, I kind of understand why they're,
I don't understand. You can dye someone's hair red. Hair dye exists.
The color of the hair doesn't really matter to me as much as the identity of the individual. Like, for example, the fact that Wizards of the Coast has turned Aragorn black. Like, this is a white guy. That's it. Aragorn, as described by the author, is white. He's a white guy coming from England.
I saw that too on Gary's thing. Why? Why are they doing that?
Because they're trying to make a point. They're trying to be inclusive for the African American. Listen, I get it. Like, if you want more, black people to hang out and do things. I get it, but you don't take like somebody that everybody knows who they are and just change them in order to try to transfer the popularity. What you do is you go out and make another great character and make them black. You know, if the skin color is important, which I'm not sure in a Wizards of the Coast game, why the hell color even matters in anything you do. Most of those games are board games or whatever, or, you know, it just doesn't even matter. It's all, you know, pandering, and it's just disgusting. You know, I don't understand the point. And people think they're winning some sort of war. They're breaking down barriers or something like that. The war's won, guys. The war's over. It's done. Guess what? The people of color won.
Huh.
You know, they were treated poorly by ancestors of this country, people who lived a long time ago. Not us, not this generation.
No,
okay?
not even the last, not even the last generation.
No, the last generation, maybe. In
No.
the 60s, things were pretty bad.
I don't think our dad was part of the generation. Was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he was
all I
a
can say is
racist
it's
punk.
not this generation.
He was a racist punk, that's for sure.
That's not true. My dad was not a racist punk. Do you want to? He's just saying that that's not true.
Yeah, well, anyways, here's what I'm saying. Everybody was a little bit racist back then, and I'll tell you why. Well, because it wasn't a big deal. I mean, because people, you know, used all kinds of racial epithets for everybody because nobody really cared back then. Then it found out, well, it's very insensitive to do that. So people stopped using racial epithets, and the war was over as far as, you know, hey, everybody gets to vote. Everybody gets access to a job. Everybody gets to do things. Everybody wins, okay? Now it's about who has power. What's the quote again?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right. The true power of civilization is shaping reality and making people believe the truth that you want them to believe. So we get back to social media.
Power is perception. I'm pretty sure Stalin said that. Hey, so
What?
Redhead?
You just made that up.
No, I'm not. I actually have a book called A Total War. It's an older book, and I'm pretty sure Stalin did say that.
Let's find out.
So National Redhead Day is August 25th.
That's my birthday.
Yep. Apparently they get a weekend because it's August 25th to Sunday, August 27th. That's National Redhead Day. So we should celebrate
What's the point?
that this year.
Listen, why? I don't care. Why are you obsessed with this?
I'm a big fan of redheads.
Oh, I see.
Do you know why my hair is long, you guys? Because I'm trying to get my Hispanic wife to dye her hair her hair red. If she does, I'll cut my hair. If she doesn't, and here we go, 2 years now.
So it's all about you.
Yeah, I like redheads. You got a problem with that, Shane?
No, it's all about you. We need to celebrate it. It's all about you. Okay, so I guess the point I'm trying to make here is
I'm just saying, I want to go to like an event where it's National Redhead Day. Think about all the hot redheads that are going to be there. I'm just saying, bro, all in one place. Wait, that's dangerous. Actually, let's not do that. Then Hollywood will be able to take you out all in one swoop.
You don't want to be there because they'll just take them all out at once. So the last part of this whole conversation is this: social media, right? There's not as many. There's not nearly as many people angry about things as you think they are, right? So when you go on Twitter, we always got the same 5 or 6 people that are all irate,
right?
When it comes to Star Trek, it's always the same 5 or 6 people. They're very loud, but it's only 5 or 6 people, guys. That's it. So every time you read something about how somebody's racist or somebody doesn't like something because it's probably only a few people, right? Or, you know, somebody who's tearing down, what was it? Disney has these things now where they have counseling for people of color for the racism that they're going to experience online. Right? So yes, there's probably a few people that are racist and are going to reach out to you, but
silly.
It's only a few people. Okay. It's not a large, they're trying to make you believe that everybody's this way. It's not everybody.
Yeah. I said the same. I said it on Chris Gore's channel yesterday. I was like, look, man, the internet has always had a small section of it that are a bunch of trolls and dickheads. That's the way it works. And the larger something is, like say Star Wars or Star Trek, whatever, the larger a property with the most amount of attention, you're going to attract A larger audience. With the larger audience comes a larger amount of people that are trolls. But it's still a tiny percentage. It's still, even with our big channel, 100,000 plus subs, we get some troll comments and mean stuff. But even though it's a lot more now than it was, say, 3 years ago, because we have more viewers, it's still a tiny percentage when the majority of you are just wonderful people that want to live their lives, want to get up in the morning, you want to go to work, you want to kiss your girl or your husband or whatever, you want to get a good, you want to read a good book, watch a good movie, go to a good restaurant, go home, go to sleep, rinse, wash, repeat. The majority of us are that way. We're not out there looking for fights. When we talk about something that is being destroyed from the inside, like Disney is destroying a lot of our favorite franchises, it's because we're passionate about the things we love. I'll tell you why. We're passionate about things we love because that's one of the reasons we're living, right? Like, I don't know how many times I've said this. Like, can I just get to next June so I can see the Flash movie? Like, I don't mind dying for my country, but like, I really want to see what they do with, Blue Beetle or whatever. Like, can I just get there? A lot of us sort of, like, what we have in this world to enjoy is good food and good entertainment. And I said it earlier in the stream, when 90% of the reason you get up in the morning is being removed from your plate, it's going to make you frustrated and you're going to talk about it. I'm on a diet. I can't eat what I want. There's no good movies. They're all crap, or they have some weird hidden agenda that doesn't actually do anything for me. And so I'm sitting here and I have nothing to consume, nothing to keep my mind distracted from the impending nihilism of life. And then I get on social media, and the first thing I see, the very first thing, right, is the Indiana Jones character, Fleabag, whatever, wearing Indy's hat, talking about how powerful females are. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Click, 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 click. That's what happens. That's what the majority of us are. That.
Yeah,
we're not out there trying to fight or whatever. We're just trying to live, and they're disrupting. They're disrupting our living.
Yeah. Well, and
for an agenda that doesn't actually serve anyone, but they're tiny little percentage of people. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, there's a lot to say about disappointment, right? So you get excited. You explained it precisely. So you get excited about something coming, right? Because it was great in the past, in our whatever, for the way we remember it from our childhood, and we're excited to see whatever the next chapter is going to be. I.e., Willow TV show, for example. Willow. And we're excited that it's coming, and we're like, yes. So we get excited, and then we get extraordinarily disappointed, not just because the show was bad, but because we realized that they were intentionally making the show different than they could have.
Yeah, damn you, because and damn what your opinion is, damn what you love about it. We're just going to do what we want to do because we think that this is what progress is.
Right, because this is what progress is. It's no longer about entertainment. It's about progress. It's about social progress. I'm almost 50 years old, guys. I've seen a lot of social progress in my life. And I'm sorry if you're 25 or 22 or 23 and you didn't get to put your identity down on social progress. I'm sorry. Hey, it's been done. We did it. I mean, sorry, our generation did it. Piss off.
We didn't get to do very much either.
No, we did it.
To be fair,
we realized that people.
Maybe some people did, but I didn't do shit.
No, I did. Like, I recognize that's not right. That's not how you treat people. Wait, you shouldn't bully people. You shouldn't do this to people. And you know what? And I stood up for those things, and I believed in those things, and I fought for those things for every single person that was mistreated and judged inappropriately. And you know what? Now that I'm at the age that I am, I can recognize when it's bullshit.
Right.
I can recognize when they're not being treated poorly, when you're not the victim,
right,
when there is nothing bad happening. I know because I existed when that shit was happening.
Right.
So I can see it. And I'm sorry if you're 20 some odd years old and you're a social media person, marketing person in Hollywood, and you don't have any trials or tribulations in your life because our generation, it made it pretty nice for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We set you up.
Welcome.
Right. Now you got it easy. You know what? The best thing you can do is you can
enjoy
pay
your
that shit
avocado
forward.
toast now and watch some cartoons. Why you gotta fight with us?
Pay that shit forward by giving us good Star Wars.
Right.
Pay that forward by making Indiana Jones 5 a great movie.
By not messing up Willow. I
By
waited
not
25 years to watch Willow. 25
Right.
years. That was one of the first movies that I got to watch with my biological mom that we both enjoyed. We watched it hundreds of times. And I was so excited for that stupid show. Warwick Davis is back. I'm stoked. I can't wait to watch this.
So instead, we
What?
get something else. Yeah. So instead, we get an agenda. Hey, you know what? I think that we should have some gay people in here. Okay, but why? Because do we get up every day and say, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay,
Someone
I'm
clip
gay.
this. Clip
Fuck,
this.
I hope not. I don't walk around all day going, I'm straight, I'm straight, I'm straight, I'm straight. It's definitely not an agenda.
Right.
I don't think you should have an agenda. I think you should just fucking go to work. Please go to work. Go to work and do a job. And you know what? Go make us some good quality entertainment that we can
Yeah.
all enjoy and that we don't have to watch and halfway go through. Wait a second. Are they trying to get me to
Wait
believe
a
something
second.
here?
Yep.
Wait a second. Am I supposed to? Am I being indoctrinated? What's the cult that I'm sitting through today?
Yeah, why?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
And I'm sorry to be so passionate about it, guys, and maybe a little bit perturbed, but
At least
it
hide
is
it better,
preferred.
guys. Come on. Okay, come on.
I'm down $17,000. Okay. So that's all.
Right. Yeah, so Shane invested a lot more money than me. But I actually feel pretty bad about it because I convinced several of my friends who have families who are not who are just like me and work check to check. I convinced them. I said, guys, the pandemic is a secret blessing.
Never give advice.
Because I was like, look, guys, Disney has never been this low in 20 years. This is the time to invest. Disney's not going to fail. Look, we invest now while they're on their knees. And when they stand back up, we can sell that
We
shit
rise
and
with
go
them.
to Cancun.
We rise with them. We should have known better. We should have known
Right.
because Star Wars had already happened. We should have been paying attention.
I convinced at least 5 people, 5 families to invest in Disney.
That's funny.
And I literally said,
Now you can't look them in the eye.
how can it go any lower?
Now you can't look them in the eye.
This was back when it was like $98, I think we bought together.
Oh, I didn't. I bought higher.
Well, yeah, so we bought it like $98, and then I kept buying. So like I think my average is
Yeah.
like 125 or whatever. But I even taught them how to put like an automatic buy for like $50 a month or whatever.
Nice. Yeah. They're loving you right now, man.
Oh no! Every time they're like, so what about this Disney thing? I'm like, just don't sell. Look, guys, I'm not wrong unless you sell. If you sell and you lose money, then I'm wrong.
Just remember, you can leave it to your children.
Just don't sell. And you know what? Eventually, even if only inflation does this, it'll have to go up above your buying price.
It doesn't have to, actually. No.
Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shh.
Sorry.
They might be watching.
$20 super chat from the Dork Knight. Sweet effing Christ.
Wait. That's wrong. We gotta do an order. I've been collecting them here.
That's the last one.
No, that's
You
not.
said after that's the one this is for Christopher Mays after that one.
No, you didn't do Yorkshire Geek.
Oh, I see. You're right. That old Yorkshire Geek for £2. Can we have a Geek Nerd Month? Hey, what the hell is that?
That's Yorkshire Geek, and he drew us.
Oh, dude.
As we were
That's pretty
speaking.
damn good.
That's pretty
Wow,
damn good.
bro. That's nice, man. I love that.
Thank you, Yorkshire.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. How do we get a copy? Send it over to us.
Yeah, let's get a Geek Nerd Month. Why
I
not?
love that.
Let's
We
get a-
should have it. There should be a Geek Nerd Month. I mean, listen, I know Brian says nobody should get a month, but listen, I say everybody get a month. Why not?
No. Until the Earth gets a month, no one gets a month.
What the hell are you going to do for a whole month with the Earth?
What are you talking? What are you gonna do the whole month for a game?
We talk about the Earth
Pride
all
Month?
year long. We talk
What
about it
are
all
you
year long.
talking about? No,
People
we
are
don't.
nonstop talking about the environment every day. It's like
Oh my
tiresome.
God, bro. You're wrong about this.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong about this one. Sorry.
They're constantly talking. Is it not constantly being talked about?
No. We're talking about the wrong stuff. We're talking about the
What are
wrong
we supposed
stuff.
to talk about?
You know what? Let's do a month where we talk about
What? Yeah.
let's teach students how to plant a tree, or how
There's Arbor Day for that, dude.
no, again, we are not doing it right. We dumped 20 billion tons of waste into the ocean last year. I'm sorry. No one could justify that.
No. There's no we about it. There's a bunch of other third world countries that did that.
So let's have a
little bit from
worldwide
the United States.
Earth Day where that's recognized.
No. I think worldwide bullshit. All these months are U.S. things. It's not a worldwide thing. So listen, you got to get back on your high horse.
Until the
I'm
Earth
talking
gets
about,
a month, no one should get a month. Period.
then the Earth will never get a month because the globe cannot.
Then no one should get a month, Shane.
The globe agrees on nothing together, Brian. Nothing. And you tell me something the globe is agreed on, my butt. Nothing.
That's accurate.
Okay.
No.
So
No. There's at least one thing everyone agreed on.
we don't want an asteroid to hit. Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're doing nothing about it as a group, by the way.
Let's not let Armageddon the movie happen.
Yeah, except we could be doing something about it as a group, but we're not. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, That Yorkshire Geek, for the image and also for the super chat. The podcast for $20. This is for Christopher Mays. Brian, did I agree to pay for half of that? I don't know, but Christopher's worth it. That's fine. The Dork Knight for $20. Sweet effing Christ! Will someone please explain the rules of this BD contest to me? Also, weren't you supposed to send me some shirts? Were you guys mad at me? Why do I feel like I'm shouting into the void? I don't know. Were we supposed to send him some shirts?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Danny,
let me explain one more time for all the new people here. I'm actually confused at how this works. Shane?
Okay.
Kidding. No, look, it's real simple. When you super chat, subscribe, or join as a member, it knocks HP, the bar at the top left, off the current person up there. The person to hold that spot the longest gets to spin the wheel, and they get a prize
During the show, right?
during the show.
That's it.
And every week we have different prizes. That's it. And in our Discord, we're giving away a Bluetooth speaker with our pretty cartoon faces on it.
Yeah. If you talk in the Discord, the first person to get to level 10 will win a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah,
and it has our logo on it and everything. It's pretty rad.
it's pretty cool. That's something we started yesterday, so you can still get in and talk about it. But yeah, and then at the end of the month, the top 3 people who supported us financially will be getting surprise Popcast Loot Crate boxes with random things in it that you don't know. It's going to be a surprise. So that's how you play, Danny.
Real quick, Christopher Mays also sent this. This is a very good example of my illustration. Darth Vader betrayed and murdered Anakin. True. Also true. Anakin became Darth Vader.
Darth Vader betrayed and murdered Anakin. Okay, true. Anakin became Darth Vader. Yeah, I guess that's 2 ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
Those are all truths. Are they different types of truths?
No, the ultimate truth is the whole story. These two independent statements are contradictory, but also true. So
Darth
they're
Vader
perceptions
betrayed
of the
and
ultimate
murdered
truth.
Anakin. Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Yeah, it would be interesting to figure out. I always struggle with, like, how do people see things differently than the way that I'm common sensingly saying it right now? With common sense, can't you see what I'm saying? But you're right. Sometimes the view is different.
Yeah, the Bluetooth thing won't take very long. Multiple people already have level 2. It's only level 10.
Really?
Hey, so
Wow,
Dark
that's
Knight,
fast.
real quick, I just remembered there is a shirt that I'm sending you. I think you're talking about the NX01 shirt. And
That's on Brian, bud. Sorry.
yeah, I might have effed that up. So just text me or message me on Discord. I'll take care of it.
Christopher Mays for $20. Thank you so much, Christopher. Feel for you, Shane. I had friends who bought Disney around the same time. I stayed out. Iger leaving and the garbage Star Wars stuff kept me away. Yeah, Chris, I really appreciate that. At the time when we were buying, Brian was right. So it was like $90-something. We're like, okay, Disney Plus is coming out. They're just going to own it. And remember, Netflix stock at that time was like $400 a share.
Yeah, it was insane.
So here was the reasoning. Disney has parks, cruises, hotels, movies, and now Disney Plus. And I went, and Netflix has Netflix.
Right.
Oh my God, we got to buy Disney.
Right.
We got to buy Disney. And so we did. And then, it just kind of, But when you go back and look at Disney, Disney's always had its problems. I mean, it bought ESPN. It actually owns so much. But the problem is that they don't make enough money. That's the problem with Disney. They just don't make enough money. And so people aren't,
But
it'll be a long time before it gets back.
But that's BS. Because looking at their streaming
Right.
numbers alone, they should be absolutely flush.
They should be. And when you go to the park, like buy a meal at the park, it's $100. Like for your little family of 4, you're going to spend for like a hamburger, chips, and a drink. It's like $25. So, and there's thousands of people at the park every day. Please tell me how you're not making money.
Bro, and the ticket. Okay. So hold up. I have 2 twin daughters and a wife. When I go to Disney, it's going to cost me minimum like $600.
Yeah.
And that's with like my friends that work there that give me employee discounts or like a free ticket. It's like I cannot go to Disney and not spend a minimum of $600 if I brought my own water and my own food. If all I bought was tickets and parking, it's like $513. Okay, it's the most expensive thing you can do in SoCal that you don't have to reserve ahead of time. And you're telling me that when they're at full capacity, every time I go, I've never gone to Disney, and I've been there hundreds of times. I've never gone there on a day where there wasn't so many people, it was uncomfortable to move. Every single day, it is packed to the brim from sun up to sundown.
Dude.
Are you kidding me right now? There's no way. They're not.
California.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off here. California Disneyland. They have an average capacity, guys, of 50,000 people a day who go to Disney. If you just pay $150 for the ticket and then $150 on food, that's $300 a day. Disneyland California is making $15 million a day. That's not counting fast pass tickets and all that other stuff. $15 million a day to go to Disneyland for Disneyland. Now I can't imagine that they cost them $15 million a day to do it. But then when you times that by 365, that gives you $5.4 billion in revenue just from the Disneyland park. That's not the Florida park. That's not the Hong Kong park. That's not the France park. That's just Disneyland California, which is one of the smallest parks.
Yeah. What was the capacity of that you said?
50,000. The capacity is 85,000 people, which I've been there at capacity multiple times, but they say the average is 50,000, which I do believe is a lie. But
okay, so we know what it costs to operate the parks. We know. Because during COVID, when they shut down, they said Disneyland
lost $1 million a day.
Is losing $1 million a day.
So they make $14 million.
Right.
Well, let's see.
No, they were paying their employees. They kept paying their employees during that time.
Electricity.
Okay,
maybe.
Electricity. All right, so whatever.
Wear and tear.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's costing $5 million a day.
So they're making $13 million a day.
Okay. Now let's go to Florida, where guess what the capacity of Florida is?
What? 125,000.
Maximum capacity of Disney World.
Yeah.
320,000 people.
Oh my God, I'm shocked.
320,000 people is the maximum capacity of Disney World. Holy crap.
So Disney is making at least, and we didn't talk about Carnival cruises or anything else or their movies. Without those things, they're making $40 billion a year.
Yes, and looking at the park capacity meter as of right this minute, it is between 85 and 90% full.
Oh my God. Listen, Bob Iger, you need to get your crap together, bro. If you're getting $40 billion with a B, oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay.
So Disney Plus has 157 million subscribers at the lowest estimate at, let's say, $6 a month.
No, it's not 6. It's the lowest you can get is $7.99.
Oh, so at the lowest $8 a month. Look, the only way Disney loses money. The only way Disney loses money is if they lie. Is if they're lying. is if they are lying through their Mickey Mouse teeth. There is no way. This is why they can continue to rob us of our childhood and our bank accounts, because we're going to keep paying for Disney Plus. We're going to keep watching Indiana Jones and The Little Mermaid. We're going to keep watching this crap. We're going to keep consuming like good consumers all the pig slop they dump down our throats. And then we're going to go on YouTube and do a show and complain about it. Promoting them further, because guess what? An actual benefit of making a TV show or a movie, just stupid woke. When you change genders and you change races and you add gay characters and you remove anything that's masculine, you can do all that. You can make it an absolute 180 of what that show was or what that movie was when it came out. You can lose all of its original fans and you're still good. I'll tell you why. Because you get an insane amount of free marketing the second we all start to complain. People that are apathetic are going to watch it anyways. The people that are complaining are going to watch it. They're going to watch it just to confirm their bias, right?
Yeah,
so you're going to get the people that are hate watching it to confirm their suspicions, people that don't know any different, but they heard it over and over and over again from all the people complaining, and then that's going to pump it up the ratings, and that's going to pump up the visibility. Next thing you know, it's on the front page of Facebook and Rotten Tomatoes, and even the normal mom who just got out of soccer practice with her 4 kids are on the way to watch Little Mermaid, and they have no idea what it is, what it's even about. They haven't even seen a trailer.
And
welcome to 2023.
Yeah, and in the end, the only thing that actually gets hurt is the content itself, the thing that we love, the material, the shows, the movies, the things that we enjoy. Those are the things that get destroyed while these companies just continue to make a bunch of money. That's it. Christopher Mays, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Christopher. Hard rock is making a comeback.
Is it?
Yeah, hard rock.
I haven't. I
think he was talking about when we were talking about 80s music.
He's talking about the music.
Hard rock.
Yeah, not the actual coming.
Right.
I would love to hear some good. Like that was my jam back when I was a teenager. Back in the good old days of the 1990s.
I refuse to listen to any new music today because every time I turn on the radio, I just go, "Oh, it's hurting my ears," and then I stop listening.
Well, so I'm gonna sound real old right now, but I can't understand a word. A word. The majority of new music says. It's so weird. I hear like, and I don't understand. It's not even English to me. It
might not be.
It's like mumble rap and like all the newest pop music. Until they actually use like an explicit word, I normally don't know what they're trying to say. It's so muddled and like mumbly, and it uses a lot of slang, and it's just so difficult to understand modern music. It's so crazy.
I just don't listen to it.
Yeah, well, plus, you know that modern music is taking a turn for the worst when the award-winning song of like I think it was 2021 was WAP. That's when
I don't even want to know.
That's when you know we have a problem. All right, according to the poll, by the way, we're going to end this poll. 25 votes and 96% in favor of...
your poll was terrible.
I'm sorry.
Why did you make it to 2020?
Well, I'm thinking about anything 2020 plus has just got to be garbage, right?
It's been garbage since 2010.
Okay, well, you know what? Next time you want a poll, you do the poll.
I didn't even want a poll, but you put the poll up.
You said let's put a poll up.
I said we should. I did say we should probably put a poll.
You did. Yeah,
but yeah, I would have broken it down by eras or something, made it more interesting. Of course, that was going to be the right answer. I would say you set the poll up to succeed.
I did.
Is what you did.
That,
yeah.
My next poll is really important.
You're doing another poll?
Yeah.
And then we need to talk about.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus, you are just obsessed, bro. This is out of control. This is out of hand. I'm gonna have to talk with your wife about this. It's terrible.
Tell her to dye her damn hair, bro.
I see I'm gonna tell her do it just so he'll shut up.
20 years of marriage. I just want a redhead for a couple days.
Okay. The producer. So if you do go to Discord, and you're a member of our channel, and if you're a producer, either an associate producer or an executive producer, then you get access to a special channel in Discord where once a week we get to talk about topics that are going to be on the show. This week, the producers suggested Babylon 5 as a topic that we discuss. And so before we go to the member section, we definitely should talk about that.
Okay.
And
so,
I
so
think I sent
before
you the link.
Babylon Plus, though, I did want to address the Scuttlebutt song.
What?
Scuttlebutt from
Means rumors.
Shane's favorite Asian American actress, Awkwafina.
Oh, I like her actually.
Yes, you do. And she sings a song in The Little Mermaid, and here it is.
Who does she play in Little Mermaid?
I think she plays. I think she plays the bird, whatever it is.
Oh, okay. I can't hear it.
Remember my song in the swamp when I was like, whap, chicka, whap, whap, chicka, whap.
Oh my god, is that real? Oh,
I can't hear it.
I gotta send this to you. You gotta open this. This can't be real. This is real. Oh my god, this is real. Oh my god. All right, go. Just go listen to that real quick, Shane. All right, I'm gonna go back. Ready, guys? This is an actual song.
In ear to the ground. Then I came flying here for you to see and hear what I found. Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp when I was like, whap, chicka, whap, whap.
Oh my god, that's a real song. Chinka whap whap, chicka whap whap. Oh my god. Well,
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
that is terrible.
Why, God?
That is
You know,
absolutely terrible.
the big shame of this movie isn't the race swapping or anything else. The shame of this movie is that it's just boring and it sucks.
Yeah, it's boring.
That's it. It's boring and it sucks, and it has nothing to do with race or anything else. It's just a terrible damn movie, as is, frankly speaking, every one of the live action Disney movies. Because guess what, guys? You already did it. The cartoon versions were fantastic of all of these movies.
Yeah.
And now you can only do worse by doing live action. You know what it is? It's cheating. It's like double dipping. It's like when your favorite YouTubers put up run a video, right? And they do this wonderful 3-hour live show, and then they clip one of their shows and then they stick it out and they make you watch it again. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay. They're just giving you the content twice and nobody gives a crap about it. Don't go watch the live action stuff.
What YouTuber does that?
All YouTubers do that.
Hey, look, to be fair, I have not been doing that the last month and a half. So
I mean, it's actually okay because there's some people who that's all they want to see.
I've only been clipping the stuff that I think is important for the larger audience to see, and I usually don't put the smaller stuff out.
Sorry, I didn't want you to have to do
there,
that.
what I was
saying was
there was a time though where I put out everything, everything we talked about. If we talked about what we ate that morning, it was a clip.
I mean, it is. That's what live action is. Disney said, "How can we, we made $500 million on this cartoon. How can we make another $500 million? Well, let's put real actors and redo it." The problem is that the story's already been told. Nobody cares. If you go watch The Little Mermaid, you're not going to see anything new. There's nothing groundbreaking. Right?
You're right. No, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I took my kids to go watch it, and I didn't even remember that song or the fact that Awkwafina played it because I'm sorry. But about 7 minutes in, I fell asleep and woke up during the end credits.
At least you got your nap.
Guys, I went there after a 2-day conference. I was exhausted. My wife wanted to do something for Memorial Day, and it was so boring. I don't remember that song. I don't remember the bird. And I'm luckily didn't have to pay for the tickets because I have the movie pass with 21st Century.
Well, if you didn't know the story of The Little Mermaid, then maybe it works for you. I mean, for example, if you go watch Moana's a fantastic movie, cartoon.
Oh yeah, they're making a live action with The Rock.
Right. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
But
don't make live action.
You know what's
The
stoked?
Rock.
I'm
The
actually
Rock
stoked
did
about
the first one.
I'm stoked about
Of course, you watch anything Dwayne Johnson's in.
Well, no, that's true too. But I also didn't watch Moana.
Oh, well, then your loss.
No, it's not my loss because now I can enjoy the live action movie.
Well, but what I'm trying to say is like they can't reproduce the live action, and this is part of the problem. Like you need to go watch Moana because the other songs in the movie are really good. Like the guy who plays the crab is fantastic. Like that guy's not playing the live action version. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
So you're not going to get the same quality that you're going to get.
Well, is that the giant crab?
Yeah, the one that Moana fights.
Wouldn't that be CGI anyways? Which means they can get the same guy.
Well, I guess they could. It's possible.
Right.
Well, this live action, I guess, yeah. Some of the live action, I guess, is CGI, right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Little Mermaid?
And just in all these CGI.
Oh yeah, not some. At the minimum, half is CGI. When they say live, like dude, the Lion King live action, none of that was actual real lions. It was just CGI.
Well, I would say Moana is different because
the Jungle Book. The kid
was terrible.
It was terrible, but the human was real. But all the animals were CGI. There wasn't a little boy hanging out with a bear and a snake.
I know, but they don't look CGI. I guess
right.
They don't look cartoony.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
So is it going to be like a real looking crab? I guess.
Also, wasn't Baloo a pedophile? A little bit, right?
I don't. Why? What?
I'm just saying, like seeing the Jungle Book now as an adult, I'm like, that bear was sus.
He was just hanging with a kid.
He always wanted the kid to like scratch his belly and like sleep on top of him. It's weird. It's weird, bro. Maybe I'm jaded by our current society, but look.
Yeah, you are.
From my perspective, from my truth, I see. I'm like, yo,
dude,
you're too interested in that boy, bro.
No, you got to go back and watch a lot of stuff. There was a song called "Thank Heaven for Little Girls."
Is that real?
Like My Fair Lady or one of those movies, and it's basically this old guy going around. Wait, we got to show this. Is it possible to show this?
I don't want to search. Thank God for little girls.
No, just put "Thank Heaven for Little Girls." There it is, right there. It's from Gigi. It's freaking hilarious. You got to do it. Here, listen. I'll even tell you the words before you do it. Each time I see a little girl of 5 or 6 or 7, I can't resist a joyous urge to smile and say, "Thank heaven for little girls. For little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven for little girls. They grow up in the most delightful way.
Oh, Jesus.
Those little eyes, so helpless and appealing, when they were flashing, sending you crashing through the ceiling. Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would little boys do? Thank heaven, heaven, thank heaven for little girls, because little girls become big girls too."
You're about to get me arrested. I typed in Gigi little girls, and immediately little girl pictures came up.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I'm not
going.
No,
I told you right.
Thank
heaven for little girls.
That's what I wrote, and what came up was immediately shopping for little girls.
Yeah,
underwear.
That's not what came from me. What came from me was the song because
you said Gigi.
It's "Thank Heaven for Little Girls" from Gigi. Yes, it's a YouTube.
G-E-E.
Let me send you the link so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Bro.
How about that?
Like I did with the Scuttlebutt lyrics. Oh no, you want me to type it in?
I mean, I did. I didn't have a problem.
Maybe you don't shop or something.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. It's Gigi. Damn it, dude.
Yeah, Gigi.
I think that's Gigi.
So, anyways, the whole point is that when this song was made,
Jesus.
When this song was made, it wasn't nefarious. It was celebrating children, basically. It wasn't meant to be that way. There you go.
Yeah, it's definitely in this day and age, it's sort of sus.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at the time, it wasn't. Nobody. I mean, think about the song, the Christmas song, where
"Baby, it's cold outside."
Baby, it's cold outside. Right. That's basically a guy trying to talk a girl into staying over and having sex.
Like, I really must go. He's like, "No, you need to stay here."
Right.
Please don't lock the door. You need to get back on the couch and just shut up.
I mean, so there's definitely a way that
they'll be waiting for me. No, they won't. Sorry.
That's the new version. But there's definitely a different way when you talk about Baloo, it was like, okay for that. But now as a man, I can promise you this, if I'm alone with somebody's like female child or even any woman, Like I won't be alone with a woman
Yeah, I won't be alone.
or a child or a
Yep.
girl because there's no defense against anything.
No, yeah.
Like, and it's sad that the world has become that way because now you have to worry about, this type of thing all the time. But
No, yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
I watch my sister-in-law's kids every day because like she works till 5, my wife works till 5, and they come over around the time my kids come over, which is all fine. But a couple times they show up early, and it's just like my younger niece who's like 18, and I'm like, okay, you stay in the playroom. I'm locking my door in here, okay? Let me know when my kids get home, because I'm like, we live in a world where just the mere accusation can completely ruin your life.
It's true.
So the only safe thing to do is completely separate yourself from the ability to even be accused.
Yes, 100% true. And then unfortunately, it's decades of men doing terrible things to kids that have done this. So it is what it is. Jeremy Schneider, $5 super chat. Thank you, Jeremy. For new hard rock, check out bands like Ghost, Greta Van Fleet, Dirty Honey. I like that name. Orbit, Culture, etc. All right, we'll have to check out some new rock. I don't know if
I'm looking to write
it
down.
is a good name. Dirty Honey is a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that. That's
a
good
really
suggestions.
Good band name for real though. I'm looking it up right now. Dirty Honey.
The Dork Night for $5.
Porn. Immediately got porn. What's going on?
I think you need
typed
to
it
ask
wrong.
yourself what's wrong with you.
I typed honey wrong.
Anyways, we'll you know what? We'll do more of that in the members chat. Why don't you save stuff like that for the members chat?
All right.
Because you're treating this like the member section a little bit right now. The Dork Night for $5. For the love of all that is holy, how do I play the goddamn content? Danny. Now I think you're doing it just so that we'll repeat ourselves over and over again. Come on, Danny. Come on. Thanks for the $5.
So let me remind you, when you super chat, membership, or subscribe, it takes HP off the current person that's at the top left over right here, right? And if you do it enough, you end up as the person that's at the top of that proverbial digital hill.
You've said it so many times.
And the longer you're on that hill, the longer better chance you have of.
We're not explaining it again. Forget it. We've already done it 4 times. I'm not explaining it again.
There might be new people here, bro. You never know. He's got a good point.
They started at the beginning. They should have heard 4. The new people have heard 4 times this stream.
Maybe they didn't start at the beginning. When I watch streams, I don't know how to go back to the beginning. Sometimes I just watch it while in the middle. Especially if it's like some guy screaming about gay rights or something, you know? Yeah.
Okay, good point.
I'm not going to go back to the beginning of this one. Whoa. Let's wait for them to finish this.
Christopher Mays, $9.99. Babylon 5 stands the test of time.
Good transition.
And this is the transition because
we're
going to talk Babylon 5.
Yeah, we're talking about Babylon 5. Yeah, right.
But real quick, Danny the Dork Knight, one more $20 super chat. Danny wants to be Danny knows how the game works. I can tell you right now. Because he's doing this when it works. Still no answer? Acknowledge me. I'm literally on my live stream right now. Dude, you're live streaming and then writing on ours? What the hell is that? Trying to keep up with both because I want to know about this contest. Damn it, LOL.
His live stream is complaining on our live stream.
He's got his live stream complaining about our live stream. That is, how many viewers do you have? That's fantastic.
That's awesome. I love that, Danny.
I love it. Love it. That's
I don't
so
even
meta.
know if you're being serious, but whether you're being serious or not, I just got a lot of, my drink.
And we appreciate it. And Danny, as a result, is the stream hero once again.
Yeah. You can't,
I hope you're keeping track, Brian. I have no idea. It's changed so many
times. I have
times
a timer.
today.
I keep changing the timer.
Okay. So let's talk about Babylon 5. So if you are a fan of Babylon 5, there is some good news. Because Babylon 5, The Road Home, we're going to talk about everything we know about Babylon 5's animated upcoming movie. So it looks like the story of the last of the Babylon stations continues in The Road Home. It's going to be a time-hopping adventure reuniting many of the original cast, which is great news, especially if you love the old series. The Babylon Project is a dream that's about to be given a new form, a quarter of a century since Babylon 5's groundbreaking and influential 5-year arc came to an end. The sci-fi show's creator, J. Michael Straczynski, is returning to the eponymous 5-mile-long space station for all-new animated movie, The Road Home. A contemporary of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the show originally ran from 1993 to 98, told the story of humans and aliens struggling to maintain a delicate peace against a backdrop of civil wars, ominous prophecies, and super powerful ancient races. The new film will focus on Babylon 5 commanding officer John Sheridan as a mysterious force sends him jumping through time. It will also reunite many of the original cast, including Bruce Boxleitner. That's great to know. I'm so happy he's going to be back. And Claudia Christian. Straczynski has described The Road Home as classic Babylon 5. Raucous, heartfelt, nonstop, a ton of fun through time and space, and a love letter to the fans. God, let's just stop here for a second.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A love letter to the fans. That's what we want. When we're talking about Hollywood making things, we want you to think about us when you come back and make the content that we once loved. Think about us. Think about what we want, please, because it really is about us. I know that sounds terrible, but it's not about you. Once you've put it out there and you've given it to us, it's a gift. You gifted us Star Wars. You gifted us Babylon 5. You gifted us Star Trek. It belongs to us. Do not be an Indian giver. When you make the next product, think of us because the gift is coming back to us again. Something to think about.
Yeah, but it's...
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't like this form. Like, I feel like it's really it's a cheap way of giving Babylon 5 fans.
It's the only way they could do it. He was not going to get a live series greenlit. This is the only way they would let him do it. And listen, if he does it as well as the animated series for Star Trek did their animated series, it'll be fine. If you got the same writers, the same creators, the same actors, it's going to be okay. You know, here's what's really cool. The animation's obviously going to be way better. You know, Brian, I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to go watch a couple episodes of the animated series for TOS. You know, go watch a couple and just see what you think. And tell me if it doesn't feel like TOS to you. Okay? And then ask yourself if Babylon 5 can have an animated show that celebrates the original.
Yeah. So you're not gonna like my answer. I've watched the animated series, not all of it because it's not great. But
well, you don't really like TOS either, though.
no, that's not true. You always say that, and that's totally not true. I like TOS. I've seen every episode of TOS.
You like it?
Some multiple episodes. No, some episodes are better than others. Let's be real. Some episodes are boring as crap.
But do you love it?
I do. There's multiple parts that I absolutely adore.
Swear on God that you love it. Swear on God.
I'm not gonna swear.
Swear you love it. Swear.
I do. I love it. I love.
Well, let me tell you this. I also love the animated series because when I couldn't get Star Trek anymore, it was there for me.
Yeah, but
it was like an additional season of Star Trek.
Yeah, but it's a poor excuse of what, not poor. It's a shadow of what's possible. And you're saying that they couldn't do Babylon 5 in any other incarnation.
They wouldn't pay him. They wouldn't give him the money for it. He tried to do live action Babylon 5.
This is the best he can do.
This is the best he can do. They're just not going to pay for it.
Then I'm not going to complain. This is the best. I can only expect your best. And if that's your best, that's your best. I get it. But hopefully this is the approving grounds for something further, I guess.
Okay, here we go. Straczynski has described, blah, blah, blah. Love letter fans. He's also confirmed that the film is finished and in the can, so it's done, and that it'll be released by Warner Brothers Animation and Warner Brothers Home Entertainment sometime this summer. So I'm really surprised we don't have a date on that yet. This is one of two Babylon 5 projects Straczynski has been working on, the other being a rebooted TV series for the CW. I'm very glad that that's not happening. We do not want Babylon 5 on the CW. Rather wait that thing out and, I don't know, maybe let HBO make something since Warner's part of HBO. With that show seemingly stuck in indefinite development limbo, thank God, the entirely separate The Road Home is, for now at least, the last best hope for Babylon 5 fans. Here's everything you need to know. All we know for sure is that Babylon 5 release date is that it'll arrive soon. This year's installment of the annual Geek Fest in San Diego Comic-Con runs from 19 through 23 July. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to see the new animated movie landing in late July. I would guess that too. That makes sense. Straczynski has also confirmed that this new original animated movie is already finished, so it shouldn't be delayed by Hollywood's ongoing writer's strike. Hey, that's good news. More content. When we're not going to get a ton of stuff as long as this writer's strike keeps going.
True, yeah.
It's yet to be confirmed where we'll be able to watch it, though, given the present Warner Brothers Home Entertainment in the credits of video on demand in our Blu-ray DVD release seems likely. It's going to show up on HBO. I'm sorry, Max. It's going to show up on Max. In my opinion, it's not official, but it will show up on Max. While we know Straczynski has been working on a Babylon 5 reboot with the CW network, a project that seems stuck somewhere in the outer reaches of hyperspace, the road home is entirely separate. The writer has also confirmed via his subscriber-only Patreon page. He has a Patreon. That's cool. That it's not a sidebar story or an unrelated sequel or a redo of anything that's come before. So how it connects to Babylon 5's original 5-year arc is anybody's guess. Hopefully it's a continuation of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, okay, that's not a question. So are we getting some of the same actors and stuff to lend their voices?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, same actors. So John Sheridan, the character, of course, was the main protagonist of the show from seasons 2 to 5. Initially an Earth Alliance captain, he went from commanding Babylon 5 to president of the Interstellar Alliance, the show's answer to Star Trek's United Federation of Planets. Over the course of the series, he died on Zadum, the deserted homeworld of ancient antagonists, the Shadows, but was subsequently resurrected so he could fulfill his destiny, eventually telling the Shadows and their eternal rivals, the Vorlons, to get the hell out of our galaxy. I love that. When he died again 2 decades later, he was seemingly transported away to join the first ones in some distant corner of the universe, much as Frodo left Middle-earth for the Undying Lands at the end of The Lord of the Rings. That's a good example. On paper, the summary above makes the movie sound like Babylon 5's take on It's a Wonderful Life, or even All Good Things. All Good Things was good, so that's all right. The classic Star Trek Next Generation finale, in which Jean-Luc bounced around between 3 distinct time periods to fix a problem of galactic importance. There would be nothing wrong with them doing that.
I agree.
Yeah, and then it just kind of goes on to here to talk about nonsense. So,
well, at the very least, we get a bunch of content, and it's entirely possible that it's so good. Let's say it's like so good, or that's so well received. Like there was an animation that was for League of Legends. I believe it was called Archon that came out that was really popular, and it was only supposed to get one miniseries, and it ended up getting like multiple parts because it was so good. And it actually pushed the company that owns League into other entertainment ventures. It's entirely possible that it's so good that it's a proving ground for people that still want Babylon 5, and maybe they can use it. Maybe, like, let's say it gets a second season, and they can actually continue the story and introduce new characters that will then be able to actually, revive the series in some way. Babylon 5 is in a worse boat, in my opinion, than, say, Stargate. Because Stargate was around more recently than Babylon 5. Babylon 5 ended before Stargate ultimately ended. And so it'd be easier to say continue Stargate. It'd be much harder to continue B5. And because of the age of the actors and everything involved, I'm sure studios don't give it a lot of credit. They might not think that the juice is worth the squeeze. And maybe this is a nice little pilot program to remind everyone how many people are out there.
Well said. So anyways, we'll keep you guys posted as soon as we know it comes out. We'll do a review. We'll do some sort of a watch thing with you. We're definitely going to be seeing it. and we'll talk about it for sure. Let's see. Christopher Mays, $20 super chat. Christopher, I don't understand this game. Can you please explain it and acknowledge me, please, for $20? Thank you, Christopher, for that. Appreciate it. And you seem to well know the game, sir, because you are once again the podcast hero.
Yeah, the stream hero is he's dominating the board right now. So
okay, well done, Christopher, and thank you for the support. We really appreciate it, and the humor, of course. Couple more things we got to talk about before we go to the member section. We do have there is a new Shine video out that I believe we need to share, and if you guys get a chance to go over and subscribe to that channel, you won't
Are you
miss
talking
it.
about the Little Mermaid one?
You put out 2, didn't you?
I didn't put the Little Mermaid one out. You didn't answer me last night. I have it in the can, but you didn't answer me when I asked you.
I did. I said go for it, but it doesn't matter. It's the Indiana Jones one I'm talking about.
Okay, so we're trying to release these, Thursday mornings, so we can talk about them on the show. I'll put the Little Mermaid one out tomorrow.
If you guys don't know what the Shine project is, not only is he on Discord now, and you can go check him out if you come hang out on our Discord, but he has his own YouTube channel, and he's putting out his own videos, terrifying us all with information and thumbnails. He creates the thumbnail, he creates the title, he creates the video and the script, and he has now decided to do an Indiana Jones.
Let me
video.
Let me show the Indiana Jones one. You know what's funny is I'm really surprised at where all the views come from. I'm gonna be honest.
Why?
Because there's 9,000 views on the Fast and Furious one.
Yeah.
There's 9,000 views on this. Like, it's not. I guess it's funny, but is it that funny? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just the more people watch it, the more it gets sent out. You know how it is.
Yeah, so the latest one already has almost 800 views. That is a far cry from the 52 views we were dealing with and the 92 views,
Well, once Fast X got a lot of views, the next one's going to get served more, so it makes sense.
That's true.
But
This one was actually
thumbnail?
This one, yeah, let me make it bigger.
Okay, so you guys got to see this AI thumbnail. This is the best AI thumbnail so far.
Yeah.
You've got Indiana Jones obviously in distress. Now that's not Harrison Ford. That's an image created. I mean, it's crazy that's AI.
Yeah.
He's literally in shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's on fire. He's literally in shit that's on fire.
Yeah.
So that's what the AI decided. And the title of the video is what, Brian? I can't read it.
There's AI disgusted as Indiana Jones, right? Disgusted as Indiana Jones 5 hits rock bottom lowest Rotten Tomatoes franchise score ever.
Okay. So there you go. So the AI is disgusted. There's a heads up on that.
Yeah, so it's funny because it was generating a lot of these images, and a lot of them when they first came out I was like, I don't know about this image. This is weird. This is weird. But then it popped up this one. I'm like, that's the one. Good job.
So yeah, so he gets disgusted. I don't think we're going to show the video here, or maybe we'll show like the first 10 seconds or so. You can kind of hear him, and then go over and watch that video when you get a chance. We'll put the link in the description below for you.
Let's talk about
All right.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the grand finale of a franchise that's been going on since the Stone Age. Apparently, Disney has decided to put an end to our suffering and declare this the last installment. Thank goodness, because I was worried we'd have Indiana Jones in space by the time Ford hits 90. Now, hold on to your fedoras, folks, because this
Anyways,
one
go ahead and
comes
pause it
with
there, and we'll let them go watch the video if they want to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, he starts to curse and he gets very angry. It's great.
Yeah, we didn't. Of course, this is just him doing his thing. So if you want to see Shine get out of control, go over and check that out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We're trying to be one of the first all AI channels with Shine.
Well, I think we might be the first. I haven't found another one. There's channels that have used AI.
Yeah.
Is this the first one completely ran by an AI? That's the question.
That's what we need to know. We're not sure. We think it might be.
Or at least the first one publicly announcing it. Because there might be some out there that are just
that don't want to say. Yeah. But that's we want. So you never know what he's going to come out with. It's going to be news that's whatever's happening during the week or, that's interesting, that's what's going to come out. So
Yeah.
definitely go check that out.
Go check it out.
Super chat from Adam Leader. Thank you for the 10 pounds, Adam. Appreciate the support. One question. What did you use to train Shane's voice? Me or the AI? I think he means the AI. Rob from Messy Desk doesn't believe that it's not Shane, just reading the AI created script. That's funny. That's funny that Rob doesn't believe.
You want me to show you? I'm not going to show you, but you want me? I can prove it's not Shane right now. Someone chat something, and Shane will keep his mouth shut, and I'll have Shane read it. Shine read it. Damn it, this gets confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So who's someone chat something?
Anyway, let's see, Adam. I'll just have.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have it read Adam's super chat.
Okay. And I'll be quiet.
Yeah. Shut your mouth, Shane.
You always want to say that.
I do. Yeah. Shut up, Shane. Well, you can talk right now while I'm setting it up. Takes a second. Jeez.
$2.20 super chat from Kenneth LaRoque. Thank you so much, Kenneth. Straczynski says it will be on normal TV. Okay, that means that that's cool. They should, interesting. So it's a Warner Brothers product. That means that they're going to push it out to somebody else. So that's good. My guess is it'll probably be on Space up in Canada. And that's good that he'll feed it to one of the networks. Maybe it'll go on Sci-Fi. Maybe Sci-Fi will buy it.
All right. I plugged it in. All right, it takes a second. Sorry.
Should I keep talking, or is it?
No, I'll talk while it's working. Yeah. So just so you guys know, I tried to explain a little bit what the AI was. It's using multiple models for its knowledge base. It's using the Facebook, the Meta version of Parsec. It's using OpenAI's ChatGPT. It's using another one called SD 2023. And then for its image generation, it uses a ton of libraries. And I can't really explain how that, in small detail how that happens. But
specifically go ahead.
Basically, it's Stable Diffusion. And then
specifically
for the voice, it's using a Adobe clone. I got the GitHub code for this. And what happens is Adobe actually released a while ago software that ran specifically on NVIDIA cards that allowed you to do like real-time TTS. And that software got put out, and you can run that software from GitHub onto a Python software. And the only downside is it takes hundreds of hours for it to learn. Like that's
what I was going to say. Yeah.
For it to do it properly, you not only have to feed it 100 hours of actual audio so that every word and every inflection is represented properly, but then it takes hundreds of hours to learn those hundreds of hours. Luckily, we have hundreds of hours of Shane talking because of all of our past videos, and all the quality is very high. So we are able to mimic Shane very well because Shane has recorded hours and hours and hours of high quality, high fidelity music.
Yeah, we're probably over. I think we're over 1,000 hours of my voice time. So easily. That's So it was that just made it easier. So
here we go. Shane, shut up.
Play it.
One question. What did you use to train Shane's voice? Rob from Messy Desk doesn't believe that it's not Shane just reading the AI created script.
There you go.
There it was. I couldn't hear it, but did it sound like me?
Shane couldn't even hear it. Did it sound like him, guys?
All right.
Yeah.
Here, I'll read it like I think the AI is supposed to read it, right? One question. What did you use to train Shane's voice?
Not even what it sounded like.
Is it?
All right.
Sorry.
It didn't sound bad. It said one question. It sounded like it was on Quaaludes a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, well, that's me.
Like I can generate a different tone. Like so that this is the first tone.
One question.
So it's like real sort of calm.
Oh, I see.
Let me regenerate and tell it to I can amp up its excitement level. Like literally go like open caret plus 1.5, right? Closed carry. And that should add excitement. However, I cannot pick the tone. So it's going to read it more excited, but the tone, it's basing on the text. This text doesn't actually have a tone. So I'm curious as to what it's going to.
Yeah. Brian could talk about this stuff all day long and break it down. And he'll talk about how he builds the computer pieces and like where they're bought from and like and how much they cost and how many resolution is in each square. Yeah. But it's fun. I'm just as boring.
It's not boring.
It is boring. It's absolutely. We just want to hear it. We want the monkey to play. As long as the monkey does its thing. That's all we care about.
One question. What did you use to train Shane's voice? Yeah. Rob from Messy Desk doesn't believe that it's not Shane just reading the AI-created script. What did you use to train Shane's voice?
Yeah, it's funny. It's the tone is not much difference, but whatever. Yeah, that's
this is stuff we can do in the member section. So,
yeah, I'm glad. I will. If you want more information, Adam, just Discord me. I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah, he's like open AI. He'll just give you whatever you need.
I'm an open source guy all the way. I believe that all information should be available all the time.
So what are we going to talk about in the member section? I think we'll just talk about any sort of weird inside information we have on things going on. We're going to talk about, don't really have any other topics per se. I think there's some news that just dropped from different things. So if you guys want, come over to the member section and we will talk about whatever's going on. And kind of, this is an opportunity for us to talk directly to you in the chat and just have a good time hanging out together. So come on over and, how do they get there, Brian?
Yeah. Also, real quick, Dark Knight. You were not the king of the hill the longest this game. However,
we can do that.
Yeah, you did. You did enough to actually put you on the board for the month. So, you're still in the running for one of the drawings. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah. So if you don't, that's right. So if you don't win today for whatever reason, your total donations, everything that you're supporting us with, the top 3 people will get a big prize at the end of the month. So
a loot box.
Yeah, a loot crate box from the Popcast and various different things in it. And you can tell number 1, 2, and 3 across the top are the ones who win those. So
yeah, Christopher Mays has officially locked this thing down.
All right. Well, then if Christopher is the winner, let's do that. Let's hook him up and let's get him his prize for this week.
Christopher wants me to try to trick your family with Shine.
I've actually had them listen to it already, and they thought it was pretty much sounded like me.
Yeah, I can totally trick his family with Shine. I know how to do that for sure.
Like, don't give him ideas, guys. Okay, now he's gonna do weird stuff, like start calling.
Hey, Shane's wife.
Brian can very easily get like
what is
Michael Keaton from that movie.
Credit card number and PIN number for your most valuable credit card, please.
Right.
What? Watching? As soon as possible, please, honey. It's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, here it is. Thank you. I am going to buy a car. What?
Good luck with that. There ain't enough room. Okay, let's get Christopher set up here. Let's see what Christopher wins this week. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of you guys.
Which wheel am I spinning?
The one from earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God it's not a new one.
Same prizes, yeah. When we go to the member section, though, we are picking our winner for May. So we are going to spin the wheel again over there for members.
Okay, let's go. This is for Christopher Mays as the official episode 94, 6/1/23 Unleashed stream hero.
Let's make sure that he didn't remove the Indiana Jones diary. Okay, no, it's still there. Good.
Fuck you, man.
All right, Christopher, you're safe.
Here we go. Oh, thank God.
Oh, you know what's funny?
How many? We don't have many.
I don't have 2 of those.
All right, we got to remove that.
I'm sorry, Christopher. Michael Nemo won that earlier.
Let me
replace that with a hat.
Okay. Oh, I just removed it.
Oh, you can.
Oh, the Popcast hat. The Popcast hat's still there.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Here we go.
He got it. He got the Indiana Jones
kidding me?
diary.
Are you
Christopher
I'm
Mays.
so excited for you, Christopher. I'm so
Way to
excited for you.
Way to go, Christopher. You won the diary.
Of
All
course.
right.
Of course.
Yeah. Good. Congratulations, brother. Appreciate all your support. You definitely got that coming. And of course, you know how to reach us if we don't already have your which
Dark
I
Knight,
probably
you
have
did
your
not
numbers.
miss out, dude. You're in the running for the next one. Just so you know. It's hard to explain it over and over again. Okay.
He's not in the running for the next one though.
No, yeah, the monthly total.
Yeah, the monthly total. Yeah. So if you just so Danny, keep coming back, and at the end of the month, if you're in the top 3 of all people who supported us, then you're going to get a cool care package.
Today it was Christopher Mays. You can always try again
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday if you want.
I threw all my money away.
Don't worry, I'm gonna send you.
It goes to a good cause.
I'm gonna send you that shirt that apparently I forgot to.
Brian's sending you a shirt. There you go.
I apologize for that. I'm bad at sending stuff. Shane's much better than me at that.
I'm in charge of this stuff. We're all good.
Okay. Ooh, and I might actually have a Blu-ray for you, by the way.
Oh, look at that!
Please remind me. I have a Blu-ray for you.
All right.
And I can't mention what it is here. I'll mention it in the member section.
Coming up for future shows before going to the member section, tomorrow I am doing the Palantir show.
The Palantir!
My second time doing a live show by myself. Hopefully I do okay. We'll see. Come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for that one. You got Brian on the Salty Nerds on Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday, you've got Brian's new show, Popcorn.
The Popcorn Power Hour.
Oh, the Popcorn Power Hour. Okay, cool.
Let me see if I can actually show the thing.
Where he talks about explosions and
and
things that are like not. What is it? What did you put it? Like things that are fun and not necessarily serious, right?
Explosions. Here we go. Let's check this out. Oh, here we right there. It is.
That's good.
The Popcorn Power Hour, brought to you by the podcast.
I didn't get a cool intro like that video.
Oh, you're not motion graphics, and I also plagiarized most of that. So I'll tell you what, though. Come back for the Palantir tomorrow. What time?
10 a.m.
10
PST.
a.m. and see what I do for them. If mine is that, right? If mine is that, and our shows are complete opposites of each other, what do you think his is going to look like?
Like an old man sleeping? Yeah, actually, you know what I was going to tell you? I was going to see, can you motion capture like Gandalf and Pippin from Lord of the Rings in that series where they're messing with the Palantir and Pippin like tries to look into the glass?
How about I motion capture and make Pippin make out with Bilbo Baggins?
I don't think that's what happens.
Yeah, I could do that.
I don't want you to do that.
They can make out and they can make love on top of Mordor.
Don't do that. I don't.
Would you like?
They weren't even together on there. Sam. Sam. Makes more sense.
I meant Sam.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Let's have Sam and the Hobbit guy. What's his name?
You know what? If you want to see something really gay with those two guys, we'll show it to you in the member section because Brian has a video. Honestly,
we did do a video.
Really does have a video
where they made out. I forgot about that.
It's in claymation, but it's interesting. So come on over and check it out.
All right, guys, we're going to the member section. This is how it works. It's pretty simple.
Last one. Monday, Raw Rant. We are having the Mrs. Davis co-star on.
Jake
he
McDougan.
couldn't come on. Yeah, we couldn't have him on last week because it was Memorial Day and he had plans. He will be there this Monday, 2:00 Pacific Standard Time.
He was like, guys, I can call in from my pool. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Jake. It's cool. I'm shirtless, but I don't look bad. I'm like, no, it's cool, Jake. It's fine.
That might have been okay.
Jake, it's fine. Man. We'll just push it. We'll push it. All right. So let's listen. Are you done, Shane? You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
We're going to the member section where things get hot, they get weird, they get sweaty, they get sticky. I don't know where the sticky comes from, but it definitely does happen for some reason in the member section.
It's
specifically
weird.
The fact that there's no air in my office right now.
Nobody's gonna join.
My wife gets home and just turns the AC off with absolutely no consideration of me We are going to the members section where it is hot, sweaty, dirty, and sticky. And if you want to get there, there are 2 ways. Real simple. You're either already a member, perhaps on the Podcast Prime channel, and when you end this stream, it's going to take you there. You can click the link in the bottom of the description of this video, and you can get there too, or you can click on the join button on this video. We have 2 member sections, and just to be very clear, all member sections in both the Prime channel and the Unleashed channel share the exact same rewards. I upload the same exact content. In fact, Unleashed actually got one thing recently, because I saw that months ago I had put it on Podcast Prime, so I also put it on the Unleashed network. We mirror all the rewards and everything on both networks, so it doesn't matter which one you join. We're going to be there, and we're leaving right now, and we love you so much. If you don't want to join us, that's completely cool. Please come back tomorrow and watch the Palantir. I'm going to have a really hilarious intro where I think Shane will probably have a hard time doing the show right afterwards, so come back for that.
Surprise. It's a surprise even for me.
I'm not even going to tell him what it is. He's going to find out what the intro is tomorrow at 10. Either way, we love you. We appreciate you being here. You are fantastic. We appreciate your support, your super chats, your memberships, everything.